balance.
One American company has revived its work on a system that would warn pilots in the event another aircraft is on the runway they're using.
Safety experts and the flying public are worried about a recent increase in close calls between planes at the nation's airports. One of the ideas to increase safety is outfitting planes with systems that alert pilots if they're directly on a path to a possible collision. Honeywell's testing just such a hazard warning system. Current pilots rely on air traffic controllers to alert them. A safety expert says an automatic cockpit warning might only save microseconds, but that could be enough to prevent a disaster. Keith Peters reporting.
The artificial intelligence startup Perplexity AI has raised tens of millions of dollars. It's coming from the likes of Jeff Bezos and other prominent tech investors. And the mission there is to rival Google in the business of searching for information. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Niger's highest court has ruled that former President Mohamed Bazoum should lose his immunity from prosecution in connection with a trial in a military court.
Almost 1 year after he was removed from office, Mohamed Bazoum faces the prospect of court. The junta in Niamey have been legally empowered to prosecute him for treason, undermining national security and financing terrorism. His lawyers withdrew from a hearing last week. They claimed that they had not been able to meet their client and called the process a travesty. Mr. Bazoum has been detained since he was deposed in the military coup that has reshaped Niger's international relations.
There's the BBC's Chris O'Walker reporting. Former President Trump has told an influential group of CEOs he would further cut the 21% corporate tax rate down to 20%. President Joe Biden's chief of staff told them separately the Democratic incumbent's emphasis on global alliances would help them. More of these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to a morning without Mike Winters. That's right, I ain't he. That wouldn't be me. Mike Winters is still out and about sailing I think we finally got into the 7th sea. It's real exciting stuff out there. But you're with us on a morning without Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday. Welcome to it. Hopefully your Friday off to a great start. If not, why not? No, nothing to it but to do it. Get up, get at it, and do something about it. Not going to get better just because you want it to. Yes, Mixmaster Mike is off. I'm not sure if he has another port of call today or if he's just enjoying sailing time on the boat. But very excited to have Mixmaster Mike back in studio so he can regale us with all the stories of all the different places that he ventured and the different various animals that he got a chance to snuggle with. I mean, we know sloth. I don't know about any other animals, but I'm sure there were at least a couple animals snuggled on this trip. But we'll talk with Mixmaster Mike. He'll be back inside your radios on Tuesday. Monday is going to be their travel back day. I believe they get off the boat on Sunday, I believe, and then they'll be traveling back to Roswell, and hopefully, barring any issues, Mixmaster Mike will be back inside your radios and right back here in the captain's chair on Tuesday morning. But a happy Friday to you. Hopefully yours off to a great start. okay, there's sometimes that some things happen where I'm not sure if it was a dream or if it was actual reality, because my brain does this weird thing where I'll pick up certain elements throughout the day, and then at night, it's almost like a realistic dream where things happen that could normally happen in real life. It's kind of boring by dream standards, but then I wake up and I'm like, wait, was that a dream or did that actually happen? So a weird series of events happened leading up to what I'm about to talk about. Starting off with Netflix, or more specifically, Mike Tyson had to back out of the fight between himself and Jake Paul.
Really?
Yeah, they had to postpone it. They're going to postpone it to, I believe, later this year or early next year, because Tyson's been dealing with ulcers and has not been able to train to the level that he feels he is necessary to get ready for this fight. So, as a precaution, they're backing out, and they're going to postpone it to a later date. Now, there's been a couple of pitches as to what would fill the space. Some people suggested maybe they do Jake Paul versus Logan Paul and finally have them have it out. But then,
was that what you dreamed?
No, that's what actually happened. This is all things that lead up to what I'm about to talk about.
Oh.
So then I find out there was a story in the news about one of my heroes, Takira Kobayashi, who said he's leaving the competitive eating game and he doesn't plan on ever eating hot dogs again because of what they did to his body. He's apparently doing a documentary where he's examining kind of like gut bacteria and gut health, and he's talking about how the years that he ate hot dogs, all those hot dogs, he said he estimates he ate probably a little over 10,000 hot dogs over the course of his career.
Wow.
And he said, and those have all taken years off his life. So the story goes, he said he would never return to competitive eating.
Speaking of the...
Oh, right. He said he would never return to competitive eating
It showed Mike Tyson on the screen.
until he gets his gut health right.
Yeah.
He said he wouldn't do it. Then the story comes out that, and I heard this on our news just the other day, Joey Jaws Chestnut, phone's ringing, I think it's probably our guest, Joey Jaws Chestnut, the competitive eater from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, several times over, the champion of said contest, was declared ineligible to compete in this year's Nathan's hot dog eating contest. He was declared ineligible, and a bunch of people were like, well, why? Why can't he compete? And the story goes, apparently Joey Jaws Chestnut is currently a spokesperson for a vegan line of hot dogs. And yes, I know if you're thinking the same thing I was, yes, it's sad, but there are vegan hot dogs out there. They do exist. They're not fun. Ooh, I just got a post from Miss Kim. Good morning from Cozumel, Mexico. Today we are swimming with dolphins. That sounds awesome. Just be careful because I hear dolphins are kind of randy. They like to they're a bit amorous. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, the story goes Joey Chestnut barred from competition at this year's Nathan's hot dog eating contest because he's the spokesperson for a line of vegan hot dogs. So that's where the story ended as far as I knew it. Kobayashi was out of competitive eating. Joey Chestnut was barred from competing at this year's Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And the Netflix fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson had been moved. So all of those elements in a nice little stew in my brain, I thought I dreamed what I found out next, because I looked at my phone. It was like 4 a.m. I had just woken up. I grabbed my phone, I look at it, and there, to my wandering eyes, did appear a poster for, I think they're calling it The Big Bite. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to call this, but here's how the story goes. One day after he was ruled ineligible to compete in Nathan's hot dog eating contest, Chestnut announced he's going to face former nemesis Takira Kobayashi in Unfinished Beef. It's called Unfinished Beef. It's going down on September 2nd, and it's going to stream live on Netflix. We're talking about a one-on-one hot dog eating contest between the former champ Takira Kobayashi and the current world champion Joey Jaws Chestnut. I was excited about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I am ecstatic about Takira Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut. This is one of the most exciting competitions I've ever been able to view. And I'm going to be front row center. I might even throw a watch party for this one because, yeah, I mean, you got your wrestling pay-per-views and interesting things happen, or a boxing match, that could be over in 45 seconds. But now Roy just walked in, so I'm going to review. On September 2nd, Netflix will air Unfinished Beef. It is Takira Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut.
Wow.
In a competitive one-on-one hot dog eating contest.
Was that your dream?
Dude, that's what my thought was my dream, but that's the reality. Like, I've been reading news stories about it for the last 2 days. This is happening.
Okay.
It's happening September 2nd on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm over the moon ecstatic about this one.
This is Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson right here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Ollie Frazier all over again. The Rumble in the Jungle, but with hot dogs? Are you kidding me? Does Joey Chestnut have what it takes to take out Kobayashi? Now, they've competed in the past, in past competitions, but it was with other people. And almost across the board, Chestnut has beaten Kobayashi's record on several occasions. In fact, he's beaten and then set his own record, or beaten his own record on several occasions. So Chestnut has what it takes to win this competition. That being said, everything Chestnut knows about competitive eating, he learned from Takira Kobayashi. Yeah. So it's like the student taking on the master.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, now
take this hot dog from my hand, and then you will be the champion. It's one of those scenarios.
Well, when you say that there's like no people around, that means like all the lit are off. So that means someone's probably gonna die.
Yeah, it's thoroughly possible.
Because one of them is gonna have to out eat the other.
I'm sure there'll be medical staff on hand. I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to, prevent the competition from getting too intense. But that being said, these are the two biggest names in competitive eating, and they both have a name to defend. They both have that cred. They gotta do something with it.
I was actually thinking about the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight the other day. I think that people are giving Mike Tyson a little too much credit because. Hear me out. Okay. The man is what, like in his 70s?
I would say.
Not 70s.
Yeah, no, he's probably early 70s.
No, I think it's 60s because he was like. Anyway, so the man is old, is what I'm getting at.
Sure.
So, I think I don't know. The fact that you said what you said earlier about Mike Tyson kind of confirmed it, that he's not ready to even train at the level.
He's only 57.
Okay, that makes sense. He was only like 20 in like the 70s or something.
So, okay, that being said, he's Mike freaking Tyson. I mean, the man is made of concrete. Yeah, he's going to have, ailments like the rest of us. He's aging. But if he can overcome, those ailments and still be able to train at his top level, it's still Mike Tyson.
Right, but the narrative is that Mike Tyson is about to destroy Jake Paul.
Yeah,
and he's going to murder him.
I don't think that's going to happen because I hate Jake Paul.
No,
I got to give the guy credit. He for what it's worth, he's worth his salt as a boxer.
Right.
As a competitive fighter, he's worth his salt. He knows what he's doing. He's been trained well. He's pretty yoked. I mean, he's not like he's not a weakling like a YouTuber like everybody's making him out to be. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just hate the guy. He's got such a punchable face, and I just want to see it get punched. That's all. That's the whole reason I think he's even has a career as a competitive boxer, is because he's got such a punchable face, and people want to see it get punched.
Right, but you said it yourself. He's pretty tough.
Yeah.
And with this narrative that Mike Tyson's going to kill him, you don't think he's going to come back with that same tenacity and overestimate Mike Tyson? I think we're giving Mike Tyson a little too much credit. He's going to come at him so hard that he might end up killing Mike.
This is like the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Patriots back when Brady was still quarterback. But if the scenario was the Patriots said, "Oh, we're just playing Jacksonville, it's no big deal," and Jacksonville says, "We're playing the Patriots, we better, get ready." I see what you're saying, that Jake, as the underdog of the fight, is gonna train and get extra yoked and all that. And that's I'm sure he will. That being said, you're going up against a brick wall. Mike Tyson is one of those people that can take 1 billion punches and just still stand still.
I mean, I've seen the montages where he's like punching fast and stuff, but that's like, against a couple guys.
Yeah, heavy bag
and stuff.
It will be an interesting fight when it does actually go down. I'm curious to see how it's going to go down. That being said, Kobayashi versus Chestnut.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm front and center for that one.
Yeah.
They haven't announced the location for it yet, but if it's close enough, I might actually go.
Okay.
I've said it on the air before. The one possession that I've always wanted that I can't find online, they don't have replica of them, is the bright green Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest Championship belt.
Yeah.
I've looked online. Nobody recreates it. There's the green one, and then there's the mustard yellow one. I would be down with either one of those, but you can't find it online. So I think the only way to get a Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship is to win it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the Nathan's people have that much control over the belt replica people that they just haven't done it, or if there's just not a demand. And if you don't think that there's a demand, then you're not listening. I'm right here. I will spend my hard-earned folding dollars to get a hold of a replica Nathan's belt.
It's just going to be in some backwater town in like Arkansas or something. Louisville, Kentucky.
That's right. But if they have the skills and they can make the belt, then I'll throw down the money. But yeah, Unfinished Beef is coming to Netflix on September 2nd. I am very excited. Was that our guest?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes. Are they beef hot dogs?
Well, the show is called Unfinished Beef. Yeah. I got to imagine. But here's the thing. Joey Chestnut has just signed on to be the spokesperson. This is what I was saying when you were out of the room. A spokesperson for a line of vegan hot dogs.
Yeah.
And that's why he was barred from competition with Nathan's. Because they wouldn't let him compete in the hot dog eating contest this year because of his affiliation with another hot dog company.
Yeah.
And so off of the back of that came this Kobayashi versus Chestnut fight that's going down September 2nd.
I feel like beef would be the safest one to do.
Probably. Yeah, cool. Because if they're Nathan's, they're always all beef. So I would imagine it probably is beef. If they're doing this with vegan hot dogs, I'm going to be real upset.
I can't imagine that.
So you're just, putting tofu inside of a casing? Shut up. That's not a hot dog. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of for this Friday morning on Morning Without Mike Winters. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to sit down and chat with Pastor Troy from Church on the Move as we gear up for summertime. We'll talk about all the activities happening at Church on the Move, get you up to speed on what they got going on out there at Church on the Move. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. Busy hour in the 8 o'clock hour. We have Sheriff Mike Harrington scheduled. Again, he's a busy guy. I know he's always out and about. They got stuff going on. So if we don't have him show up, we do have a backup. We'll run in the 8 o'clock hour. But then at the end of the 8 o'clock hour, the folks from the Roswell Refuge will be stopping by. We're going to be drawing today for that flat top black stone grill that they're giving away for Father's Day. If you got your raffle tickets, get ready because they're going to be doing that drawing today. I have it on authority that Mike is also one of the people entered in that contest. So I won't be drawing the name. Maybe we can have Roy or somebody else do it. But Mike has the potential to be winning that Blackstone flat top grill. We'll be giving that away at around 8:45 or so. Then in the 9 o'clock hour, we had Bill Williams scheduled, but he has an incident and he is going to be out of town. So we had him rescheduled. We will be replaying the interview I had yesterday with the folks from the UNM hospital program. Devin, Natalia, and On were in here, and we chatted, had a great conversation all about what they've got going on here in Roswell, who they've been shadowing, and their futures in medicine. So we'll get to that coming up here in just a few minutes. Plus, of course, your other hourly features, which include your Kim Commando update, Lou Dobbs report, Sean Hannity update, and anything else that comes our way on this finally Friday. That in mind, at 22 minutes after 7 o'clock, let us get you up to date with the weather, local weather. Every time it does this to me. All right, here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today, upper 90s and low 100s with mostly sunny skies. We may get a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. We have a little bit of moist air coming in from Arizona. Will be a little bit breezy. Scattered showers and thunderstorms and about 70 for the overnight hours. Our weekend looks sunny and hot, going up to 100 on Saturday, about 105 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Calling all men. June is Men's Health Month, and Artesia General Hospital wants you to step up and take care of your health. Every year, thousands of men in the U.S. die from preventable diseases. Take control of your health today and schedule a visit before something is wrong. Artesia General Hospital has specialists in a variety of men's health disciplines, but your primary care provider is the best place to start. Take your health seriously for yourself and for your loved ones. Visit artesiageneral.com/men's health or call 575-746-3119.
Dairy Queen has 3 easy steps to make Dad happy this Father's Day. 1. Find out your dad's favorite Dairy Queen ice cream blizzard flavor. Snickers, Chocolate Extreme, Double Fudge Cookie Dough. They have 25 different flavors to choose from. 2. Find the North Main Dairy Queen in Roswell. If you're looking to score extra points, have the decorating staff customize it for you. And 3. Pick up your blizzard ice cream cake. Don't eat it. Take it home and hide it in the freezer until Father's Day. Remember, it's cold, chilled to minus 33 degrees. It's not too late to visit Dairy Queen on North Main in Roswell and pick up your dad's favorite ice cream blizzard cake for this Sunday.
A Greek-Canadian man invented the Hawaiian pizza. His name was Tex Colorado, and he was from Detroit. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio, Pastor Troy Smotherman and Jared Helms from Church on the Move. How are y'all doing this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
Good to hear it. It's been a week. It has definitely been a week trying to keep 2 radio stations on the air, but doggone it, we're making it work.
Well, we're out before you're listening to you get after it about the hot dog eating contest, and looks like Netflix bailed your hero out.
Absolutely. There are only a few things in this world that I'm willing to get that passionate about, and competitive eating is absolutely one of those things.
Are you a competitive eater? I didn't know that about you.
I'm not. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. I'm just somebody who looks up to those people and says, maybe someday I could be that guy. I won't, but, a man can dream, right?
That's right.
It is the summertime. Obviously, the temperatures are out of control, and we haven't even officially started summertime yet.
Oh, man.
Kids are out of school and driving us all crazy. How have things been over at Church on the Move?
Church on the Move's doing great.
Yeah?
Doing fantastic, Have people in and out for vacation, but, man, it's been wonderful. Our whole purpose is to do what Jesus said to do, seek and save the lost. So people are getting saved and lives are being changed by their relationship with Jesus Christ. And so that's what we do. And then we have a bunch of stuff happening this summer.
Sure.
That's really super cool.
That's one of the best, the most amazing things about Church on the Move is the outreach that you guys have, that the hand that you reach out is such a wide net. You guys are able to cast such a wide net because you have the resources, we have the people, we have the passion. And that's what is required to make events like this happen. But once again, you guys are making everybody's summertime a little bit brighter.
Yes, in partnership with Constructables and Roswell Family Care with David and Annette Aguilar and some others, we are putting on our annual Veterans Dinner. I think this is our 21st year of doing that Veterans Dinner. I can't remember the exact year, but I know we've done it a long time. It's been many years. And we're doing that on the 29th. That's a Saturday, I believe.
Okay.
And we're partnered with these groups, in particularly Constructables, that has sponsored our entire drone show and fireworks show.
Yes.
And is also doing feeding the first 3,000 people barbecue that will come out of the park, starting at what time, Jared?
Starting at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So we've got an award-winning barbecue smoker rig that we're going to bring to town.
Oh, this thing's super cool.
We're going to set it up.
It's the Joey Chestnut of barbecue rigs.
It's going to be. Trust me. It's I think it's a 34-foot trailer.
Wow.
So smoker, and it's all enclosed.
Nice.
We're going to set it up the night before. We're going to smoke everything on site.
That thing's 34 feet long.
It's big.
I did not know that. That's huge.
That's a lot of cubic feet.
Yeah. We're going to cook 90 briskets.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's serious. We're feeding 3,000 people. We're coming to town to do it right.
Well, that's how you always do everything, Jared. That's how Constructables does things.
That's right. See, Jesus brings loaves and fishes. A few loaves and fishes feeds 5,000. We're feeding 3,000 with 34 feet of cubic steel. Love it.
And how many briskets?
I think it's 90 briskets.
That's amazing.
90. Can you cook all those at the same time in that cooker?
So we can cook like 60-something briskets,
Wow.
but we're actually bringing in 2 smokers, and so
Cooking
spread
them all
out,
at the-
cook them
so-
all at the same time.
The trailer plus the 2 smokers.
Trailer that has my smoker plus another smoker plus another commercial smoker.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to be a time.
So the first 3,000 people out at Cielo Grande are going to be enjoying barbecue.
For free.
Absolutely.
For free and all the fixings too.
All the fixings. It's not just brisket. I'm going to misspeak here, but I think we've got sausage, brisket. I know we've got potato salad, some other things. So it's going to be good.
So it's a full meal.
Full meal.
Bring your own chair.
Bring your own chair.
We're not
Bring your own
supply-
blanket. Picnic style.
And maybe a little bit of your own shade.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's probably going to be a little warm.
A couple umbrellas would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, umbrellas are perfect.
So that's going to be now. That's not happening the same weekend, correct? The Veterans Dinner is June 29th, and then the drone show and fireworks show is happening
The same night.
day, same night.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're doing the Veterans Dinner. It starts at 5:30
Okay.
at Church on the Move. All free steak. We special order those steaks from Sam's. We've done this with them for years and years and years, so they know exactly what we want.
Mm-hmm.
We cook those ourselves, fresh right there, and so it's free steak dinner. And there's some other things happening at that too that also Constructables sponsored. They sponsored the entertainment. Well, one of the speakers that night, which is Chad
Robichaux. So Chad is the founder of Mighty Oaks, which supports veterans PTSD, veterans suffering from PTSD, specifically targets suicide, the suicide rates in veterans. Absolutely. And so Chad has helped, I don't know how many thousands, like 50,000 people through his organization. So he has a great testimony. He's going to come to town and share and then
he's going to stay with us Sunday morning and also talk to our church.
Awesome.
He's a Special Operations Force Recon Marine in DOD contract. He had 8 deployments to Afghanistan as part of a Joint Special Operations Task Force, and he's a winner of the Medal of Valor.
Yeah.
Chad is, and he also was an MMA champion. This guy's a stud, but he ran into some serious issues.
Yeah.
As a result of his deployments.
Sure.
That was ending his marriage and was going to end his life.
Right.
And that's why he focuses so much on suicide. But he's going to come speak to our veterans that night for about 15, 20 minutes, and then he's going to stay over and be at our church for the next, for 3 services on that following Sunday on the 30th.
It's such a relief that and granted, it's so little, at the beginning, but that finally some attention and some focus is being put on the mental health aspect of military service and deployment. I mean, so for so many years, it was just, thank you for your service, go about your business.
Yes.
And now finally there's, the resources are being put in place and people are actually listening to and giving credence to, these soldier stories.
Yeah, it's great. If you take Chad's story, I mean, he did 8 tours in Afghanistan. And so somebody to go serve so much, it's natural. They're going to come home with some stuff. They're going to bring some things home.
Yeah.
And the government, the communities they've come a long ways to help these guys out. So much different atmosphere than it used to be.
And I don't think it's any better than someone who has gone through that, gotten their life right, and been saved. Basically, Jesus saved his life, his relationship with Jesus, and then to reach back out. I think that's what makes life worth living, is when you have that relationship with Jesus, and then you turn your trauma, your issues around, and help others. And that's what God does. That's what He does.
He put him in that position to have those experiences so that he could have the outreach and help the people that he helped. It's amazing to see how God works.
It is, and he's a passionate dude. You can't not be passionate and be a Marine, first of all, and then do 8 tours as special recon, and then to be an MMA champion.
I was like throwing down at the octagon requires some passion.
Yeah,
sure.
He's got the cauliflower ears and all, man.
He does, and he's about 5'2", I think.
Yeah, he's not a big
he's short.
guy.
He's short, but he carries a presence that he's like 6'5".
Well, he got
for
that
sure.
bulldog in him, right?
He does.
He is. It's like a bulldog now.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
it's going to be fun. I've never met him. I don't know if you've met him.
For sure,
You've
yeah.
met him.
He goes to my church in the Woodlands.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, he's. I'm excited to meet him, and so then we also at Veterans Dinner. We always have some entertainment for our veterans. So not only do we have Chad speaking, but we have Rhett Walker coming in. Rhett Walker's a country music guy and also a Christian guy. And so he won the 3-time Dove Award nominee and winner for When Mercy Found Me, the song When Mercy Found Me. And I'm telling you, I've had a lot of people come to our church, and I've met other people around the country that do stuff that are semi-famous or semi-famous. He's one of my favorite people. He's number one. He's hilarious. He's so entertaining and funny, but he's so down to earth. He's one of the most down to earth people I've met in a long, long time.
Are you familiar with the comedian Shonda Pierce?
Shonda? Yeah.
Yes. So the end of her special on Netflix, Enough, she actually comes out with her and her opening act, and they duet When Mercy Found Me.
Rhett Walker?
Shonda Pierce and her opening act. I can't remember exactly. It was another young lady.
Wow, really?
And they came out and they belted out that song, and it is. I mean, I got goosebumps just thinking about the performance. It's so.
I gotta look that up.
It's such a good. Like, shockingly, Shonda has a incredible voice for being a comedian. You know, those people. You laugh at.
Yeah.
Her. She's a killer singer.
You know, some of those people. You know, when I used to a long time ago when I used to watch Saturday Night Live, when all the Bill Murray and all, some of them can carry a tune, and some of them could sing, you know. And so some comedians have those other gifts, but that's cool. I'm going to look that up.
But it's an amazing song, and so that's going to be happening same night right there at the Veterans Dinner.
Yeah, we threw it all together.
Right,
we got something for everybody, essentially. Yeah.
And then for the whole city, we want to invite the whole city out. You know, Constructables and with a little help from us are going to feed 3,000 people, and then. We're doing the drone show and fireworks show. We did it last year. We had thousands and thousands of people out. But I tell you, this year, it is better, bigger than ever.
Last year was the first full-on drone show I've ever actually attended and gotten to see. It is one of the most intense experiences because when you see things that high up in the sky with that intricate of a design and being that still, I got vertigo. Like I had to steady myself. You know,
are you kidding me?
Who's now my girlfriend? I had to grab her shoulder and steady myself because I was getting vertigo looking up. But it's an incredible.
You guys are
experience.
real close to it though. You guys are almost on top of it.
We really were right there.
But it was. I've never seen a complete. You know, I've seen some on television or whatever, but never live. It blew my mind.
It did. Yeah, it was
now
impressive.
The fireworks were good, but weren't as good as I wanted them to be. We had a different company doing those, but this year the drone people are doing the fireworks too.
Okay,
so they're combined. It's gonna be. I wish I could tell you some stuff, but I want to keep some surprises.
Sure,
it's gonna be the best fireworks display that we've ever put on. So awesome. We took that to a whole nother level.
I like a good fireworks show because you can kind of tell a story. But with that drone show, you can tell a full narrative.
It is.
And I love that. You can, paint a picture in the sky, and through the loudspeakers, you can tell a full story.
And my staff and I, we wrote that. We wrote that last year, and we wrote that this year. And we say, this is what we want. We give it to them, and they make it happen.
That's awesome.
They create it. It's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy the way technology has exploded like that. But
so last year was how many drones was last year compared to this year?
I think we've added 75 more or 100 more. I can't remember.
Okay,
it's like 250 to 350. So we added them. We got all of their drones. Every drone they have, they're bringing this year. So it's going to be even a little more intricate.
Yeah. So it's like 300 drones this year. So
and we used a couple, like 2 or 3 of the same images last year because they were so good.
Right.
So. And then next year, if we do it again, we'll change the whole thing. But it's pretty cool.
One of the most fun parts about it is that initial, all of them just woo, and then they rise up and they get into formation. It's just such a cool experience from start to finish. That's awesome.
And we I wish I could tell you how we begin. So we combine because we're doing the fireworks are done by the drone show people. We would have done this last year too, but they couldn't do it. They'd already had their fireworks people already signed a contract, and so we got them this year. But they combined the drones with the fireworks a little bit. And the beginning of it, I wish I could tell you, but it's the beginning of it. I don't know if you've ever seen gas bombs. You've never seen gas bombs?
I don't know.
God, dude. Have you seen gas bombs?
No, I haven't.
Oh, hey, listen, I saw those for the first time and I said, I like blowing stuff up. You know, that's one. I'm a pastor and all that. But,
Pastor / pyromaniac.
Yeah, I'm at least explosives. I like blowing stuff up, and so this is the best explosion I've ever seen at a fireworks display. And you got to come see it. And how we set it up is really super cool. And so, anyway,
I'm very
come
excited
see this drone show and fireworks show. It's phenomenal.
And that's all getting underway. Starting at 3 with food and stuff. We're gonna have obviously some milling about time. And then once the sun goes down, that's when we'll start getting things going with the drone show and some of the other stuff.
Yeah, and usually it goes around 9 to 9:30. And of course, we have to. Last year we started a little bit later than that because of the wind.
Yeah.
We had to wait for the wind to die down. And so, everybody pray with us that we have a very light wind and a beautiful evening.
Yeah.
And so, but come on out and enjoy the barbecue. If you're the 3,001st person, you don't get any. Bring your own. Bring your own food. Come out to the park. Let's all have fun. Let's all have a great time.
Absolutely.
And of course, you guys will be out there with us. And so, there'll be a narrative to the drone show and music to the fireworks, and that they can listen to on your station.
Yes, sir.
And so we always are glad to have y'all's partnership in that. And it's just going to be a great whole day celebrating our veterans. And we're celebrating our veterans all month long in the month of June. And so we do something 7 days a week for our veterans all the month of June because we believe that they are the true heroes in the month of June. They are the ones we should be celebrating. And that's why we do that.
Before we part ways, let me get that list from you because I know we had that last year and we talked about it a lot on the air about the different things you guys are doing every day. I know it was like some was yard work for veterans.
Yes.
There's some other services that you are providing. As long as you can provide your DD-214, they'll provide these services for you free of charge. And it's all throughout the month of June. Trash pickup, I believe, one day. Yard work, I think, is
well, we have yard work. We have pest control. We've partnered with Enchanted Pest Control. Joe and Suki Green partnered with us. They've done it last year. They do that 1 day a week. They schedule free pest spraying. Valley Cafe does something. Gosh, I can't remember. There's an ice cream. I have to get you the list, and we're advertising it. So we'll put that out. And I'd like to remember some of our other sponsors that are providing services during that week.
So yeah, veterans, and we're still, we're right about the middle of the month. I still have plenty of time. Veterans, take advantage of these services. That's what they're there for. Tell me a little bit about Constructables, about your company.
We're an industrial building contractor. Okay. We're based out of the Woodlands, Texas. I'm from Roswell. Moved to the Woodlands in 2017.
Okay.
And we're nationwide. We build buildings across the U.S.
Mostly for industrial use.
Mostly servicing the energy sector. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know Jared. Jared is the one that is the contractor and the one that helped us build the children's portion of our building, KOTM, and then also he did the refurbishment on our 180 building, our youth building, and that's how we got to know each other before that.
Right.
Actually, as just in a ministry setting, and so but we've known each other a very long time and done a lot of things together, and I just so blessed that he moved away though. His family lives in the Woodlands, but yet he still cares about his hometown, Roswell. And still wants to sow, and this is a huge amount. This is no little deal that he's sowing into our community through his company, and so I just want to thank you, Jared. He still cares about Roswell, still cares about what's happening in New Mexico, even though he's betrayed us and moved to Texas. Moved across the border.
This is the conversation.
I thought it was funny. The way he started that sentence was, "I'm so blessed that Jared moved away from us." I'm like, where are you going with this? Well, thank you so much, Jared.
I have to give him a hard time, dude, about leaving us, but he hadn't forgotten about us, and it really, truly blesses my heart that he still cares about the community he was born and raised in, and still participates.
Absolutely, and it's awesome to see somebody, when people have a heart for an organization like Church on the Move, because Church on the Move, I mean, you guys do so much throughout the year for the communities, whether it's the backpack giveaways, the back to school bash celebrations, all the different things you guys do for veterans and for local charities. I mean, Church on the Move is not a church that's sitting still. You guys it's literally in the
Church
name.
on the move.
You're on the move.
Yeah.
You guys are making things happen. You're impacting Roswell.
Well, one of our core values is we're blessed to be a blessing. And, and what's crazy is people think that we just showed up like that. No, we started off serving hamburgers and hot dogs in Pocorn Park.
Oh, I remember. I was part of one of the first years that you guys did Church of the Move in 180. I was in that class.
Were you really?
Yeah, I went to.
I forget that.
I was at 180 back when you guys had N64s and PlayStation 1s. I remember playing.
That's how you date that. Is
I remember playing GoldenEye on the N64 with my bud Eric Longo in the.
Eric.
In the playroom side of 180 before we went to the sanctuary. But yeah, I mean, you guys, you started off, kind of, in a small space, and you just kept expanding and growing and growing.
And the reason we have is because we keep on sowing and sowing and sowing. And that's what we're supposed to do as Christians is take what God's blessed us with and sow it into others.
Yeah, I want to say, I mean, we firmly believe in strength and community, and we've modeled that after Church on the Move for sure. I mean, they've been a great model for us in everything that we do and give back.
Absolutely.
So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for Jared. I'm very grateful for David and Annette Aguilar in their clinic here. Not only do they help us physically, but they sow into that veterans dinner, and basically they pay for that dinner. And so, and then we have another guy he's a veteran. He likes to remain nameless, but he actually paid for Rhett Walker to come in. And so, but the Constructibles also sponsored Chad Robichaud. And so it's just amazing to have other people partner with us. And we really, we could do it, but I'm telling you, it would be a stretch for us to pull this off without them. And it's so awesome to have people that care that much and willing to invest and sow. And so it's incredible.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it's all going down June 29th. The dinner for the community starts, and that's at Cielo Grande, beginning at 3:00 p.m. The veterans dinner begins at
5:30. I think the doors open
at Church on the Move. That'll be, and then once the veterans dinner kind of wraps up, you can make your way back over to Cielo Grande, and then we'll have the drone and the fireworks show. I'll tell you this: it's a great weekend for veterans. It's a great weekend for our community. It sounds like it's a really bad weekend to be a cow. Steaks over at Church on the Move, 87 briskets over at Cielo Grande.
500-600 steaks. So
if you're an Angus or Brangus in the area, run because they're coming for you.
Yeah, it's a great day to own cows and sell cows.
That's right. That's right.
There's a lot of cows gave their lives for our benefit.
Hey, all
and it tastes great.
All gave some, but some gave all. All right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they're all delicious. So June 29th, various locations around Roswell, Church on the Move, and of course Cielo Grande for the drone show and the fireworks show that's going to be happening, as well as free barbecue. If folks want more information about the event, if they want to reach out, maybe they want to make a donation or help out the organization, how do they find you?
Well, just call Church on the Move. Just call Church on the Move and contact us, and we have more information. And there's going to be tons of advertising running on your station, lots of advertising running on the times, the event, everything that's going on. So if they listen here and or call the church, they can find it, or go to our website. We have the information on our website as well.
Absolutely. It's all there waiting for you. So, get excited, folks, because it was a little bit of a lull in Roswell with fireworks and with excitement around the 4th around that area. But with Church on the Move stepping up and with folks like Jared, this is, it's bringing the community back together again.
For sure.
It's awesome to see it. Well, folks, thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate you. And I'm sure we'll have you on one or two more times between now and then to talk it up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys. 14 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let us get you up to date with some local news.
Now a look at your Pecos Valley News update. I'm Jared Sorello. The U.S. Forest Service said the Blue 2 fire is now contained as of late Thursday, but there's still much work to be done after the fire is completely out. A burned area emergency response team will now work in the aftermath of the fire, guarding the safety of visitors and employees and protecting federal property. Crews will assess soil damage and other indicators to help restore the area and mitigate long-term damage. The fire is believed to have started by lightning in May and burned more than 7,500 acres near Ruidoso. New Mexico Republicans are calling on Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham to place a bill on her agenda for an upcoming special session on public safety to expand the state's anti-racketeering laws. In a Thursday statement, the Republican lawmakers said they would reintroduce bills to add multiple offenses to the list of crimes that can be prosecuted under New Mexico's racketeering law, commonly known as RICO. The RICO law is often used to prosecute organized crime enterprises. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
When you buy something new on Amazon, how do you know it's really new? Well, if you look very closely at the label on the item's packaging, you'll see 3 letters. I'm Kim Commando for Raycon. Out now, the new everyday earbuds. Get 15% off plus free shipping at buyraycon.com/Kim. Here's something not a lot of people know. Amazon sells returned and used stuff as new. Now, Amazon says that returned items go through a thorough inspection process. If the product passes this inspection, the item is then listed back on Amazon as new. So how can you make sure that what you're buying is new and not someone's old shoe? Well, there are no guarantees. But you really want to buy items both sold and shipped by Amazon, not a third-party reseller. It does not guarantee success, but it increases your chances. And here's the secret. Look for a label on the packaging that begins with the letters LPN. This usually means the product has been reprocessed by Amazon and it's not new. Get my free tech newsletter right now at getkim.com. You may have heard me talk about Raycon's everyday earbuds before and thought, wait, the same audio quality I can expect from the big guys, but at half the price? Wow, that sounds pretty good. But if you haven't pulled the trigger yet on a pair of Raycons, now is the time to definitely check them out because they just launched their upgraded model of their best-selling everyday earbuds, which means you get all the features you know and love, like optimized gel tips for that cozy custom fit and 3 customizable sound styles. But now, you also get active noise cancellation, ergonomic design, and multi-point connectivity that lets you pair with 2 devices at once. They are available in a variety of vibrant new colors, too, that will be sure to match your personality. I have the green ones, such a fun shade I've never seen before. And with a 30-day happiness guarantee, what are you waiting for? Get 15% off plus free shipping at buyraycon.com/Kim. buyraycon.com/Kim. That's buyraycon.com/Kim.
It's possible to turn peanut butter into diamonds. Peter Pan tried it with his buddy Skippy, but they couldn't do it in a jiff. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock on your finally Friday morning. Let us get you up to date with the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with the Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today, upper 90s and low 100s with mostly sunny skies. We may get a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. We have a little bit of moist air coming in from Arizona. Will be a little bit breezy. Scattered showers and thunderstorms and about 70 for the overnight hours. Our weekend looks sunny and hot, going up to 100 on Saturday, about 105 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, let me get this weather refreshed here. We are currently looking at 78 degrees around Roswell Way, humidity at 50%, winds out of the southeast at about 8 miles an hour with a barometer of 30.05 inches and a dew point of 56 degrees. Another scorcher around Roswell, not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. There was just no relief at all yesterday. I mean, I tried everything. I was sitting in front of an air conditioner rubbing ice pops, the long, like the freezer pops on my legs, just trying to cool my skin off. It was so hot. Not quite that bad today, but still, it's going to be hot. 100 for the high, mostly sunny skies, winds out of the south 10 to 20 miles an hour. For tonight, we're looking at a 40% chance of rain. Now, remember, we had a slight chance today. That's gone. But now we've upped our chance tonight to a 40% chance of rain. Mostly before midnight. It's also going to be mostly cloudy, which that'll be nice. 71 for the overnight low, so it's still going to be a warm evening, but at the very least, we'll have some cloud cover to block out some of that sun. Winds out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming northeast later in the evening. For your Saturday sunny skies, it's going to be hot, a high of around 101 degrees. Winds out of the south 5 to 10 miles an hour. For your Saturday night, mostly clear, dropping down to a nice 69 degrees, winds out of the south 10 to 15 miles an hour. Sunny skies, hot 105 degrees for the high, winds out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour. And for your Sunday night, dropping down to 70 under mostly clear skies. Another couple of days like yesterday for the kickstart to next work week. We got a 105 for Monday and a 105 for your Tuesday, all with sunny skies. 20% chance of rain on your Juneteenth. It's cooling down to, get this, 98 degrees. 98 degrees. Mouth temperature. I'll take it. For your Wednesday night, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, and a low of around 71 degrees. And for your Thursday, a 20% chance of rain continues, partly sunny, a high of only 92 degrees. I want to grab your jackets for that one, folks. It's going to be a little chilly out there. Hey, real quickly, I wanted to let you know, we just had a chit-chat with Pastor Troy and Jared Helms from Church on the Move. Wanted to clarify just a few things, and we'll, of course, keep getting you up to date as we get closer to the event. The event that's going down on June 29th for the Veterans Dinner. Now, we announced that it's 5:30 is when the doors open. The doors open at 4:30, okay? For the Veterans Dinner, the doors open at 4:30. The show begins at 5 o'clock. So if you don't want to miss Chad Robichaud, and if you don't want to miss Rhett Walker, you want to be there right on time. 5 o'clock is when the show begins, and that's also when you'll be eating. But the doors open at 4:30, and the other thing is you are allowed 3 guests per veteran. So if you're a veteran, bring your DD-214, obviously, and you can bring up to 3 guests. So if the wife and a couple of kids want to come along with you, that's not a problem at all. So up to 3 guests per veteran, and again, the doors open at 4:30. The show begins at 5 o'clock. Got that? All right. 6 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let us pause and get you up to date with your Wall Street Business Report.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says U.S. public investments that attract private capital are crucial to promote sustainable and inclusive growth over the long term, but warned that China's model of massive state industrial subsidies were unacceptable to the world. Yellen said the traditional Republican model of supply-side economics relies too heavily on tax cuts to spur investment and has failed to benefit enough workers. Boeing is investigating a new quality problem with its 787 Dreamliner after discovering that hundreds of fasteners had been incorrectly installed on some of the undelivered jets. The U.S. Supreme Court sided on Thursday with Starbucks in the coffee chain's challenge to a judicial order to rehire 7 Memphis employees fired as they sought to unionize. It's a ruling that could make it harder for courts to quickly halt labor practices contested as unfair under federal law. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Attention Roswell and surrounding areas. Is your old car, truck, or SUV on life support? Clear. With new management and a whole new attitude, Roswell Ford makes trading up to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle fast, fun, and easy. Upside down in your loan or stuck in your lease? Roswell Ford wants to get you released even if you owe thousands more than your trade is worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. Right now, get huge savings with rates as low as 0% for 66 months and no payments until Labor Day. Plus, we have a great selection of low-mileage, one-owner pre-owned vehicles, all in prime condition, starting at just $10,000. Don't settle for a low-quality, overpriced clunker. Buy a quality pre-owned vehicle from Roswell Ford for a lot less. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. We've partnered with the most aggressive lenders that will push to approve you today, even with bad or no credit. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell, or online at roswellford.com. $1,515 per thousand finance on select new Ford models with approved credit.
Oh! Shooters, mark your calendars for the H.F. Sinclair 3rd Annual Freedom Clay Shoot, July 12th and 13th at the Eddy County Shooting Range, benefiting the Artesia FFA. Main event is Saturday. Registration at 7 a.m. 1 in 4 participants win prizes, gun boards, raffles, and lunch included. There's an option Friday night light shoot with $40 individual rounds. Details and registration info at artesiachamber.com. Deadline is July 1st. The 3rd Annual H.F. Sinclair Freedom Clay Shoot, July 12th and 13th at the Eddy County Shooting Range.
Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company, here to announce that our geraniums are ready. So now the great debate begins. Are they pink or are they raspberry sorbet? Are they orange or are they Caribbean coral? Well, whatever you call them, they're the prettiest geraniums anywhere. We raise them in our own greenhouse, then send them home with you to brighten up the world. So come get yours now while the selection is best. Don't worry about the silly names.
I heard that.
Yes, dear. Coming, dear. Right away, dear. Of course, you're right.
If you suffer from pogonophobia, you would not want to attend a party with the following people: Kenny Rogers, Santa Claus, Willie Nelson, the cast of Duck Dynasty, and 2/3 of ZZ Top. Here's Mike Winters.
For those who are curious, it's performers. No, it's people with beards. 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock on this finally Friday morning, a morning without Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. If you missed any portion of the program today, well, you can always go back and check it out in its entirety over on ksvptv.com or on our 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook page. And after the program, young Roy will get things pieced up and posted up over on the Facebook page as well. So you can check out those interviews piecemeal. In case you missed it, we just got an update earlier in the hour from one young Kim who says that her and Mike are enjoying the sun and probably some rum-filled drinks in Cozumel, Mexico today. She said, good morning from Cozumel, and let us know that today, on their little adventure, Mike and Kim are going to be swimming with dolphins. Neat. I've always been fascinated with dolphins. I grew up watching Flipper. I loved it. I tried to play that Echo the Dolphin game back in the day, but I was never any good at it. Although my sister really was, so it was fun to watch her play. But I'm fascinated by dolphins. They are incredibly smart, but they're also incredibly randy. So I'm just putting it out there. Let's be careful. Maybe put on an extra wetsuit, because dolphins tend to act on their urges, I think is the best way to put that. So just have fun, have a great time. It's going to be a blast, but enjoy yourselves out there. It's going to be a good time. And of course, Mixmaster Mike will be back inside your radios this coming Tuesday morning to regale us with all of the stories of the different animals that he got to hold and or swim with. Stay tuned. Next hour, we got a busy hour. Assuming everything goes to plan, we have Sheriff Mike Harrington scheduled in the 8 o'clock hour, around 8:15 or so, if he comes by. If not, we have a backup. And in the latter half of the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be joined by the Roswell Refuge doing that drawing for that Blackstone Grill in honor of Father's Day. That raffle drawing will be happening at the end of the 8 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. Town Hall News next on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM. KEND Roswell.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The deuce
of a morning without Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened. A couple of technical difficulties. We are looking into it. I'm not sure if the gerbil died on the wheel that was keeps the internet going, but
the gum keeping the wires together probably melted.
But we will hopefully get that fixed and get things back to semi-normalcy by the start of the next hour, so you can take in some town hall news. But happy Friday to you. Mixmaster Mike Winters off enjoying the final few days of his vacay as they are in Cozumel, Mexico today to enjoy the sights, the sounds, the smells, of course, the fine food there in Cozumel, and swim with some dolphins. They say down there that you can drink the water but don't eat the ice. It always makes me wonder, it's like, all right, cool, but the ice is going to melt, and that stuff that's in the ice is going to get into my drink, so... I mean...
Wait, I thought you were talking about Australia when you said that.
No, in like, you ever heard that song, Mas Tequila?
No.
One shot, hey, Mas Tequila! Anyways, there's a line in that song, he says, well, you can drink the water, but don't you eat the ice! And I'm like, but...
I have heard don't drink the water in Mexico.
Ice is going to melt into the water and then become the water. So you're telling me I got to drink this quick. What happens if the ice touches my lips? Am I going to get Montezuma's revenge from the ice just touching my lip?
I've heard you can't even drink the water in Mexico.
Well, you're not supposed to drink local water, but most of the places that are resorts or that are catering to tourists, they'll offer like bottles of water or fresh water that's okay for tourists to take in, to consume. Or at least that's my understanding. I've personally never been. I think the closest thing I'm ever going to get to like cruising is maybe going to like a Sandals.
Cruising.
Like Sandals Resort seems like probably the closest thing to to an actual like sail cruise vacation I would take. I mean, because at least then you get all the the inclusivity, you get all your stuff there for free. You got the water park, you got the entertainment. So it feels like you're all the trappings and fun of a cruise ship, just without all that pesky being in the middle of the ocean thing.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know. Just eat some chalupas for me, Mike.
Yeah, have something resembling
some gorditas,
authentic Mexican cuisine, which we can't get around here. Now I know we do pretty good in the authentic Mexican department, but there's some stuff down there that you just can't get around here. I'm assuming he's probably getting down on like some ceviche or something. Something yummy.
Yeah.
But
you don't have those at Taco Bell.
I know, right? But Mixmaster Mike will be back inside your radios this coming Tuesday morning. Meantime, you got me. You got Sean Smalls inside your captain's chair. And, of course, Roy filling in for the second banana spot. I got to mention, Roy brought in an oversized can of, is that an Arnold Palmer?
Yeah.
Okay, of the Arizona iced tea. This one, the Arnold Palmer flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I had heard a rumor that Arizona was going to have to raise the prices of its can because Arizona iced tea has iconically always been 99 cents.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
But there's been a lot of talk and a lot of discussion about them having to raise the prices to $1.29.
Yeah.
Perish the thought. But that little bit of a price change they said was necessary to maintain, production the way they're doing it. But I think they found a way to skirt around it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now, you want to know what it is?
What?
So I'm walking through Albertsons yesterday, and as I do, because now I'm kind of, practicing mixology, I'll take a dip into the liquor section just to see if they have anything new that I haven't tried, any kind of new syrups or any kind of new, salts for different things. Like I'm into bitters, so I'll check out their line of, Angostura or some orange or Peychaud's bitters. While I was there, I ventured around the corner into the canned beverage section. And what to my wandering eyes did appear but Arizona hard tea, green tea with ginseng and honey.
Oh.
They have a hard green tea now.
Okay.
They're entering the adult beverage market.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm genuinely intrigued what a hard iced tea is going to taste like. Because I like green tea. I love, a nice green tea, but I like it for the reasons that it's light, it's refreshing, it's not like overly, like going to weigh me down. But then you put alcohol in it, that's going to weigh me down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can mix that with anything because it seems like it's already a mix.
It's definitely its own mix, but I'm just thinking, is that something that people were clamoring for? Is that something people really wanted? I mean, hard green tea?
I mean, everybody goes into hard drinks eventually.
To tough beverages, yeah, and I understand that it's...
I think even Coke did that. Coke has like a something like a rum or...
Oh, no, Coke definitely... Coke has... they did one with Jack Daniels.
Yes, that's it. I was going to say whiskey, but... No.
And a lot of those beverages are doing that lately. The one that kind of took off here because we didn't have a lot of the licensed adult beverages in this area. They're harder to find in southeastern New Mexico. Still kind of are, but I remember the first one I saw was Sunny D and vodka. Yeah. And I got it because it was a 4-pack and it was like $10 for the 4-pack. But here's the thing. It's 4% ABV. You can mix a stronger Sunny D and vodka by just mixing Sunny D and vodka. It's a waste of money. You're basically paying for the brand.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's not the point. I think it's like
the convenience.
Well, you don't want to just have like Sunny D taste like vodka.
Right. You want it to taste like mostly Sunny D, but at the same time, if I'm
I don't know
if I'm having
about
an adult beverage, I want it to be, I'm looking for efficacy. I'm looking for its effectiveness. Is it gonna make me warmer? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it seems like they're doing it just for the intellectual property, so to speak. But then I saw, and I've actually tried these. You couldn't get them anywhere in Roswell, but now you can. The Mountain Dew hard beverages. They have a.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's a 4-pack. There's the Live Wire, which is the orange. It's a Baja Blast, the regular Mountain Dew, and then I think it's the.
I gotta try the Baja
the
Blast.
midnight one. Honestly, of the 4, the orange one was by far the best. The Baja Blast was okay, but the Live Wire, the orange one that I tried, was very, very good. And it's one of those things where you really can't taste the alcohol in it. It was definitely an excursion.
That's ironic because I've seen like YouTube videos of people like distilling Mountain Dew
and
turning it
making
into
the Mountain Dew wine and all that.
Yeah, just putting it in the proper pH levels and then just fermenting it and turning it into an absinthe maybe.
There's a guy on YouTube that makes his own meads, and he makes them out of like Mountain Dew, or I think he did one off of I can't remember what it was. He made a mead off of, I think it was just like the soakings of like an oatmeal cream pie or something like that. But he managed to like ferment it and make it into its own like mead or something like that. But there's people online who are distilling their own stuff all the time. But I like the idea of going to the store and buying a case of the Mountain Dew, but that's adulted up a little bit. That's kind of a neat idea. But that being said, how far can we go? I feel like Arizona hard iced tea is probably the limit.
Well, see, now is there a way to ferment Arizona tea?
But I don't think I don't think the tea is fermented. I think it's just a beverage that they then add in alcohol. I think it's kind of like how they do hard seltzers.
Like, can you ferment Arizona iced tea? Because like I'm just a fan of transmuting things into other things.
I'm not a fan of the process of fermenting liquids. Like, it's weird. I like fermented stuff. I like pickles. I like kimchi. I like stuff that is fermented. Yeah. But I don't like the idea of the fermentation process. That, to me, is disgusting. And I think it's all because I associate it with toilet wine. Like you have to let it out, open it up every now and again, let the air out. And that's odd. Even those guys who make like meads and stuff in their garage, they have the straw in there because they have to let the gas out. Can you imagine what fermented Mountain Dew would smell like in your garage?
Well, toilet wine is just regular wine, but in a toilet.
Yeah, well, it's made with whatever fruits they can get a hold of, and of course, so much sugar. You can't put too much sugar in your toilet wine. Well, if you're taking notes, if you're gonna make a good toilet wine, you need all the sugar you can get your hands on, because you can't make it too sweet. It just can't be. But yeah, I'm intrigued to try the hard Arizona iced tea, the green one. But eventually, I feel like we're going to hit a wall. There's like a point of diminishing returns with adding alcohol to things. How long before we start adding infusing like cocaine into things again? That's what we need to do. Turn of the 20th century, everything had cocaine in it. Let's bring that back.
I think like Burger King probably needs to come out with like a cocaine Whopper or something like that.
The Coke Whopper. And you know what? I guarantee there's a market in Thailand that'll run a test of it. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the program. I don't see the sheriff. We will give him a few more minutes to come by. I think we're going to replay the interview that Mike had with Andrea Moore from the Chamber of Commerce here in just a few minutes if the sheriff does not come by. And again, we'll give him a few more minutes to come by. And then here at the end of the hour, around 8:45 or so, you're going to have the folks from the Roswell Refuge coming by. They're going to be doing that drawing for that Blackstone flat top grill that we're going to be giving away later on today in honor of Father's Day. So if you got your raffle tickets, well, this is the time to be listening because we're going to be doing that drawing coming up at the end of the hour, and you got yourself a chance to win and win big. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. Right now, it's 17 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let us get you up to date with the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today, upper 90s and low 100s with mostly sunny skies. We may get a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. We have a little bit of moist air coming in from Arizona. Will be a little bit breezy. Scattered showers and thunderstorms and about 70 for the overnight hours. Our weekend looks sunny and hot, going up to 100 on Saturday, about 105 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Hey, this is Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's worst nightmare. You know storm chasers, those out-of-town roofers that descend on neighborhoods after big storms. They come in, do a crummy job, then poof, they're gone forever. Well, a few years ago, our area had a hailstorm, and right on cue, storm chasers showed up. I was driving home from work one evening and saw one talking to an elderly lady on her porch. I said, "Not today, buddy." I did a U-turn, pulled in the driveway, and walked right up to them. I warned the woman who they were talking to, and I chased away the storm chaser. The woman's daughter called me later and said a storm chaser ripped them off a few years ago. She thanked me for stopping this one and chose Trustmark for her roof. Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's nightmare. Every homeowner's champion. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring and roof gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF. Or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Cash for Junkers is back at Roswell Honda, and that means if you can push it, pull it, or drag it to Roswell Honda, it's worth up to $3,000 towards your next vehicle. And with a lot chock full of beautiful new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, your old busted could be the key to your new hotness. And push, pull, and drag your family to Roswell Honda Saturday, June 22nd from 10 to 1 for free hot dogs and drinks, stuff for the kids, and your chance to win a $400 Visa gift card. Cash for Junkers on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
You received a social media message or text from an unknown number. They started a conversation with you, and over time, they earn your trust. Then, they encourage you to invest online or buy cryptocurrency. And when you do, they disappear, along with your money. But it can be avoided. The Securities Division of New Mexico's Regulation and Licensing Department can help. Learn to spot the red flags of investment scams at rld.nm.gov/red flags or call 505-476-4580.
Mulan has the highest kill count of any Disney character. When asked for comment, Buzz Lightyear responded, "To infinity and beyond." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:25, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, of course, Andrew Moore and Gary Thrine back with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning. How's everybody doing today?
It's good. So far, there's no wind this morning. The last few mornings I've woke up and it's been a little windy. Yeah. So far, we're doing pretty good.
It was overcast, or I don't know, cloudy maybe. I don't know if overcast is the right term. But yeah, it was kind of cloudy yesterday, so it's kind of cooler, but less windy.
Ish.
You're right. Yeah.
I always
Cool-ish.
say optimistically fantastic because it's a great day to be alive and be American.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There we go. So, but of course, for folks who don't know, Roswell Chamber, if you're a small business that does business, or any business, really, I say small business, any business that does business in Chaves County, Chamber of Commerce is that networking for that. For
Absolutely.
folks for businesses, the community, and everyone as a resource for helping to foster and support things that come to this town, and then help create some new things too. As well.
Absolutely.
So.
We've been busy at the chamber the first quarter of 2024, and Gary Thrine's been with us since November, so he has been hustling. We've had, I think I was counting yesterday, about 30 new members since January. And just in the month of May, we brought in Sarah's Mediterranean Cafe and Grill. If you haven't tried them, they're up on North Main.
Shawarma.
Yeah, oh, my gosh.
My favorite thing there, and I didn't know I liked it till I tried it there.
Yes.
Baba ganoush.
Oh, my gosh, right?
Have you had that?
No, I haven't had that yet, but it was the chicken. Which chicken dish was it?
The chicken skewer,
okay.
the
Like
chicken dish.
Yeah, the chicken kebab.
Yes.
Right.
Deal. The so baba ganoush. Do you like hummus? Like you have hummus.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, baba ganoush is hummus, but instead of using chickpea, they use eggplant.
Okay.
And so they use their homemade pita bread, and they give you that, and they give you this hummus like with the chickpea, baba ganoush, and it's a sweeter.
Right.
So it's got that consistency like hummus, but it's sweeter. And,
Yes.
oh man.
And that salad is just to die for.
Yes.
That comes with the meal.
So they came in on May, in May, and so go check them out if you haven't. Dreams Dispensary became a new member. They're located at 2303 North Main.
Yeah.
River Flooring is a new member. They're located at 205 North Virginia, and we just had
a ribbon cutting for them and grand opening, and so it
like
was,
last
it was,
week or so they had a grand opening. Yeah. Excellent. So if you got flooring needs, and I think they do it all hardwood, and
they've got hardwood, tile.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
If you put it on a floor, they got it. So.
Absolutely. They're a great family-owned local business. They're, like I said, over there off of Virginia. The Brave Company, Jessica, formerly Burson, former Miss New Mexico. She's probably going to laugh when I say that. But I remember her when she was Miss New Mexico, when my kids were little.
I do kind of remember, I don't want to give dates, but I feel like around 10 years ago.
Maybe about that. Because it was when my kids were little.
I have such a bad concept of time.
And she was so sweet and kind. And she's still sweet, kind, and caring.
I feel
Jessica's
like I remember
awesome.
interviewing on the radio and all that stuff.
Yes.
Around then. She was, 17, 18?
Something
whatever.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So she has built her own freestanding building off of Atkinson, 1905 North Atkinson. She used to be over here across the street from Martin's Cafe next to Law Ground Victoria.
I know you're talking about.
But now she has moved to a huge brand new building. So if anybody's looking for Brave Company, that's where they're at now.
What's her products? What does she do?
She sells clothing. She's a retail clother, female clothing, purses, jewelry, accessories.
Hence the reason it's probably not on my radar.
Correct. But the ladies in town know exactly who she is, and she does have a store in Artesia as well.
Oh, okay, awesome. Good for her.
She started kind of as a trunk show type thing, and then she has gone to a retail establishment. She's fantastic.
I think the trendy is pop-up now.
Yes.
She's a pop-up. You do a pop-up
That's kind
store.
of what she started off, and it's just exploded. So go check out her stuff. And if you are not a female, but you know females, it would be cool to go check it out because there's
Hopefully
probably
she just
something.
certificates because I just know when I pick things that I think I like, my wife's like,
right.
Here you go. You pick
She's like, thanks, honey.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
goes in the closet forever.
The smile, and you'll never see it again.
Yeah.
There's a few gifts laying around the house like that. But,
and I believe that we will be doing a ribbon cutting. I know Gary's been working on getting her at some point.
Right. We've got a lot of
busy.
folks that were just waiting for, I think, school to get over with and kind of get the
settle into summer
and see where the vacation schedule was going to be to set up the ribbon cuttings. And we'll talk more about those in a minute, but go ahead.
And then Press Labs, another dispensary, 711 North Union, across the street from
CVS.
I want to say Prim Drugs.
It's actually the old CVS location. Before they moved across the street.
Yes.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, the old Prim Drug.
And we did do a ribbon cutting for them within the last 2 weeks.
Last Saturday, I believe.
So, and then our newest member in May was Lone Depot, Elliot Rodriguez. He's located at 204 West 2nd. And of course, if you want to see all of our new members on our front landing page of our website, roswellnm.org. When you scroll down towards the bottom, I always have a rolling 3-month welcome new members, so you can go see who all of our new members are for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
It has a link to their website if they have one, a phone number, an address, any way to get in touch with them.
We got a lot of new businesses and bad businesses reestablishing or continuing or kind of shifting how they reach their customers and
Correct.
things. So we've got a lot of new stuff going on here in our community as far as the business side goes.
Correct.
So, a lot of new businesses to check out, new things you probably didn't even realize you needed or wanted. So
Absolutely, all the time. And then Gary's got his Redcoat stuff.
And we've also had the Kiwanis come on board as members.
All right.
And then we had the big ribbon cutting for the all-inclusive Centennial Park out there behind the Aquatic Center.
Yeah.
That was very impressive.
And every time they talk, they are putting more trees and shade out there. Trust me, that's in the works. It's stages, and you're seeing the first stage, and technically there's more to be done out there.
They had to get the park first, and then they know where to put the trees.
Putting the horse before the cart, or cart before the
Right.
horse, or something.
And we had an awesome business after hours at Roswell Aesthetics on 404 North Kentucky here a few weeks ago, and did the ribbon cutting. So that was a big event and great turnout. Upcoming, we have another business after hours on the 6th, which is tomorrow evening at Game Day. We have a business after hours here at 911 South Sunset.
Yeah.
Come out and join us.
It's a cool place. I got a chance to, Sean and I got to tour it and everything else. And
we're excited to go do the ribbon cutting.
The Redcoats will set up the greeting line about 5, and we'll do a ribbon cutting
and
about
he's doing
5:30.
kind of like a club little deal, if I remember right?
Mhm.
Like you can sign up as a club, kind of, and then you get to hang out and even old school arcade games like like Donkey Kong to Mortal Kombat. They got those billiards, darts. Plus they got great food and a few draft beers and things up or home tap. They got beverages and everything else. I don't know the exact full menu there, but they got a lot of cool stuff. And we got to tour it right before he was really officially opening there. And that's it. It's just a cool place to hang out, and you could bring your kids in there and just play games and stuff, but then you're like, no, I want to do girls' night or dudes' night out to gaming, and it's all the
Heck
above.
yeah! I'm so excited. It's
a cool little thing.
It is filling a hole that we don't have already in town.
Yeah.
So we're excited for that, and that like Gary
and
said
it's right
tomorrow
next
night.
to his other business, Uncle Sud. So if you got like laundry to do, you could go do laundry and then go in there and play pool and
play some games
and play games and then go get your
While the
laundry.
washer and dryer's spinning,
That's right.
Go play some games.
That's right.
And then we have another ribbon cutting coming up on the 22nd at the Spring River Zoo. It's the Garden Club Pollinator Party.
Oh, great.
Yes.
And so that's at 11 a.m. and that's at 1306 East College. So everybody knows where the zoo is, but just in case you don't, that's where it is.
Come on
we'll
down.
be out there. And like I said, we've got a lot of folks that have come on board that haven't scheduled their ribbon cuttings yet, that are planning on
Get on the stick.
get on the calendar and do ribbon cuttings. So,
and I know the city's been doing a lot out at the zoo, adding and doing some things out there. So this is kind of part of all that too. Is some of the renovations or work.
Yeah, they just did their grand reopening of the tunnel and the train. Unfortunately, we were not able to get there. We were notified at the last minute. And when it's a weekend event, it's a little more difficult to get to wrangle some redcoats. But Kathy Lay and I had a really nice long talk, and she goes, I totally understand. She goes, I'm calling you at the last minute, but it doesn't hurt to ask. And I said, no, always call and ask because you never know.
And by the way, real quick, since you mentioned Kathy Lay, if you're your organization looking for volunteer work and things like that, call her offices, the Keep Roswell Beautiful offices. That's kind of her main area.
Correct.
But looking for volunteer for your civic group or youth group or church group or anything, give Kathy a call at the city. She'll help you out there.
And we also did a ribbon cutting out at the Farmer South Plaza. I'm not sure what the name of that plaza is. Is that Hobbs Plaza? But anyway, on Hobbs Street, the La Familia Eastern New Mexico Medical Center reopened La Familia, and we did a ribbon cutting and dedicated that, and so
that'll be very convenient for a lot
great
of people
for the
in
south
that
side
area.
of town.
Yes.
Absolutely, because when the kids with the sniffles in the morning, and you're like, I don't drive. I got a place convenient for them.
Yeah, they've remodeled in there. So, if you want to see what it looks like, go check it out. They've got to me, he's a new doctor, because I remember when Flurry was down there and we'd go see her at La Familia, but they've got new faces, and like I said, new to me because I'm not used to him being in that particular location. But he's been with the hospital for quite a few years.
Not new to doctoring and stuff.
Correct. He's not
new to the position.
Yes, he's new to that location, and it was fantastic. And all of our ribbon cuttings and business after hours that we've had in May have been packed.
Great.
I mean, there was standing room only at Roswell Aesthetics over off of Kentucky. So once
That's
again,
aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, absolutely.
After we had rain all day long.
Yeah.
So that really was
and we
great.
still had standing room only. They provide massages. They do Botox.
Okay.
They've got
skin rejuvenation
skin rejuvenation. Go check them out if you want to do any, if you need an anesthetician, any kind of pampering
medical
spa.
pampering, because they kind of lean a little bit more. I mean, yes, it's relaxing and stuff, but there's
aesthetics and wellness.
Yes.
Yeah, it gets into the medical side as much as
Correct.
it is the relaxation
Absolutely,
side.
and they're fantastic. They've done a little bit of remodeling. They're under new ownership because they were formerly Medi Spa.
Okay.
And the two gals that have now purchased Medi Spa, that it is now Roswell Aesthetics, had actually worked for Medi Spa.
Okay.
So it's a lot of the same.
The history there.
Same staff.
Yeah.
And new staff. Like it's really neat, and go check it out.
Sure. And I imagine it's a little amalgamation of some of the stuff you liked before, but
Absolutely.
with a new layer of other products and services.
And of course, since it's the summer, we've been getting phone calls about UFO Festival, because that's coming up
June
in
5th through 7th.
Oh my goodness! Like in a month. I am shocked at how fast this year is going.
Yeah.
Already. So go check.
Did I say June? I meant July.
Yeah,
I think I said
July.
July.
If it was June,
It'd
we'd
right
be
now,
done.
today.
We'd be done.
Starting today.
Yeah, actually. So the UFO Festival, we're getting a lot of those phone calls. And of course, we are not in charge of UFO Festival. That is a Main Street Roswell.
They're kind of the glue
leader.
because it's this year. It's kind of a 3-headed or 4-headed dragon. When Main Street's kind of the glue in between.
Yes.
But the UFO Museum is doing their thing. Galacticon's doing their thing. The paper's doing their thing. Main Street's doing their thing. And Main Street's kind of the glue. So when you go to the UFOfestival.com website,
UFOfestivalroswell.com.
Roswell, thank you.
You'll
I always
see
botch
everything.
that. That's got everything for everything.
Absolutely.
From Galacticon to what the UFO Museum's doing to what the paper's doing.
So if you want to be part of the parade, if you want to
Mm-hmm.
go see a speaker, there's going to be one place. So we go and help in any way that we can as the chamber. We're kind of that volunteer force of two.
Point people in the right direction.
Slide into the gap in the line.
Absolutely. And then our calendar, this was one of the phone calls I got yesterday, is I had a really nice long chat with a teacher here in town. She goes, I don't have social media, so I don't have Facebook or any of that stuff. How do I find out what is going on in town? Well, guess what? The Roswell Chamber of Commerce has this thing called the events calendar.
Mm-hmm.
It is for anybody, whether you are a member or just a member of the community. Go in and submit your events.
Yeah.
And very, very rarely am I going to say, no, we're not going to approve an event. And the only thing I can think of is if it's pornographic or maybe if it's little
public,
Johnny's 5th birthday and you don't want all of Roswell to show up. Those would be the only reasons why we would not allow something to be on our calendar.
I don't know. Serial Killers Club came and said, we're having a meeting. Nah, we're
maybe that's not. Maybe that's not our thing.
Well, we might call the police. You might want to stake this guy
Right.
and group of people out. They might be able to do good.
So, but come and put it in. And I don't care if it's a free event, if it's a paid event, a ticketed event. Put it on our calendar. That I really am trying to make it a true community calendar. So if you've got something going on, put it on there. And then that way, not only can we see it at the chamber, but then we can go promote it when we get phone calls and stuff. Hey, what's going on? 4th of July weekend. Oh, here you go.
And when people plan, and this still happens, not as much as it used to, because our town's growing a little bit, but it does still happen to an extent, where people they plan an event, they will look and say, let's look at a calendar, and they'll look at something like the chamber calendar and say, what else is going on that weekend? Oh, there's 6 events. Maybe we should pick a different weekend.
Exactly.
Or no, it's pretty quiet that weekend. This looks like a good weekend for us to do our
Absolutely. And that's the whole purpose of our community calendar. And once again, it's right on our main page. You go to our homepage and you'll look under events, and right there it says events calendar, and it makes it, and it's very simple to go in and submit an event, because whenever we set something up on the website, I go back and check and see how user friendly it is. Or as I say, stupid friendly, because I know I can be pretty stupid.
Tell other people how to use it. I should at least check to make sure.
And I'm one of those, if it's easy to use, I'll use it. If it's going to be 12 different steps and it's going to be very difficult, I'm not doing it. So
you're out.
Well, I don't have time for that. None of us have time for that anymore. So
I agree.
Go put that stuff on. We've got lots of stuff going on in June. Our July calendar is starting to fill up, because I know both Gary and I are fielding calls every day for business after hours, ribbon cutting.
Great.
So if there's things that you want to do, if you are a community member, if you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce, give us a call, because our ribbon cuttings and business after hours is a member-specific benefit.
A perk, yes, if you will. Yeah.
So,
and I highly recommend you take advantage of that perk, and that's a way to get your business out in front of the community.
Sure,
get networked.
If you've never been to one, it's a schmoozing. It's a social affair. We do it after hours. That's why it's called. About 5 o'clock, everything starts, and your business is the host, and each one kind of follows a similar agenda. They're different, depending on the type of business. If it's a food or type service business, it's a little centric there. If it's more of a medical or something, then there's tours and things. But usually there's food and everything. But really, it's a chance for you to show off your business, show the community what you do, and A, it's a networking, or B, it's also a networking, because you really get a chance to see other community business owners, leaders that come in and hang out and socialize, and at the same time network and talk and make connections here. Usually door prizes involved. Usually the host business will pony up a few door prizes to give to the public there.
Yep.
We always do the dollar and a business card, fun little thing where if you bring a dollar and a business card, you can throw it in the fish bowl basically, and at the end of the night we'll pull out a business card, and that winner will get the pot o' cash. Sometimes it's $30, sometimes it's $100. Just depends on how many people showed up, and then all the business cards for, again, networking opportunities and things like that too. So, and that's really how these kind of go each time. But it is that opportunity for the red coats are there. I mean, we bring all the bells and whistles, and but it really is a chance. It's kind of like a little party here at your business to just get people to meet it. So maybe if you're a grand opening business, or maybe you have a milestone in your business, celebrating a milestone anniversary or something, or maybe you moved to a new location, or you got new facilities, or you did a major renovation.
Absolutely.
Or no reason at all. You just want to say, hey, we haven't been out in the public eye for a while. We need to do that. And
well, Terry at Hippie Chicks is really good at doing those
off-year
anniversaries. She's like, you know what? I haven't had a lot of people over here for a while. Hey, Roswell Chamber of Commerce, can you set something up? We're going to do a 15-and-a-half-year. Yeah, absolutely. When do you want us? We're on our way.
Yeah. I mean, if you do a remodel, or you're a brand new if you're a brand new business, I definitely want you to give me a call, and we can go over what the benefits are to be a member.
And if you're already a chamber member,
if you're already a member and you're coming up on a anniversary, whether it be a 3.5-year anniversary or a 10-year anniversary, let's get the red coats together and have a
little party.
ribbon
Celebrate
cutting.
you and use this as a way to grow your business.
If you just repainted the place and remodeled, let's have a grand reopening.
Fresh paint business after hours. Why not?
Ribbon cutting or
Absolutely.
after hours.
And we take lots of pictures. We put them up on our website. We get them sent to the paper. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the paper to get them, but they're busy over there too, and they only have and they only have so much space too. So if I'm submitting 5 ribbon cuttings, because we've done 5 ribbon cuttings in a week,
right?
Be patient; it will show up.
Yeah,
because
they're not going to put all 5 in one paper.
We do have a red coat member that does actually help run
inside game.
Yeah. So, we call them, we're like, hey, can you, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that they, are really trying to work with the community too, because they've kind of rebranded themselves,
and you get
reorganized.
You get featured on the website, you get featured on the weekly email that goes out. And if you're
talk about you on the radio too.
Absolutely.
Right.
And by the way, since we're mentioning red coats here, Gary, you want to, I know you're always looking for a new
Absolutely.
New volunteers to come be a part.
That's one of the things I talk to new members about as they're coming on board. I explain to them that, hey, if you have anybody that you on your team or in your organization that might want to be a red coat, it's a great way for them to be able to represent your company or your organization while we're out doing these ribbon cuttings. And so, anybody that you have, we are all. In fact, we have been building the team, and we've had to break it up into 2 teams now. And I would love to break it down into a 3rd team as well.
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie.
Yeah,
that's right.
Go. That's right. I'd like to have an Alpha Bravo team, a Charlie Delta team, and let's rock and roll.
Well, I say this every time. The red coats are by far the classiest part of the Roswell Chamber of Commerce.
I think so, and it's a good-looking group of people. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to throw this out there for poor Gary. We need some more men. So any gentlemen out there, if you'd like to be a red coat, please contact us. We would love to have you. We are definitely heavy on the women's side of the red coats.
Which we love, all of our volunteers.
I'm not going to turn anybody away that wants to be a red coat. But guys, if you're out there and your company is a member of the chamber, or you want to talk them into becoming members of the chamber so you can be a red coat, definitely could use a little more testosterone on the team.
Well, and even our gals on the red coats, we were looking around at the last few events and at our last luncheon, and we were just laughing. And all the ladies were even saying, we need some guys on our team. Like, we need some more guys.
Fellas, looking to mingle and meet some ladies?
That's right.
There's a bunch of red coats that are just looking to...
And they're fun. Every single one of our red coats are so much fun, and together they make the organization just that much better.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really a lot of fun, and you are our basically face of the chamber, and there's such a history and reputation there that people that have lived here any kind of time, they see a bunch of people in the red coats. Oh, it's a chamber event. Something's going on over there.
Oh, yeah.
They see what's going, it's like,
and a lot of them go, oh my gosh,
yeah.
I remember I was a red coat back when.
I had that just yesterday. I was at a luncheon, and I had a gentleman say, I used to be a red coat a long time ago. And I went, well, why don't you come back?
Because why don't we do some generations? Maybe there's some grandparents that were red coats. Maybe it's time for your kids or grandkids to step up to be
and it's
red
not
coats.
A huge commitment. Most of our events are 20-30 minutes, because Gary runs a tight ship. This is where I need Gary in my life for ribbon cuttings. If
the
it was left,
background kicks in.
If it was left to me, it would be a lot of just cats everywhere. Gary is very good at herding those cats and saying, okay, you guys said we were going to do a ribbon cutting at noon. It is 11:59. Get in line. Here's how it's going to happen.
The train conductor here.
Y'all think she's kidding, but it's right.
No, he does. He's like, we got to go.
That every time.
But they go off without a hitch, and they turn out. Well, you all see the pictures, so they turn out professionally done. Yeah. And I do try and respect my red coats' time, because they do take time off from work to come do these events. Sure. So I do try and get the ribbon cutting at the beginning of the event instead of the end of the event. Sure. That way they can go back and
And that's why we need more people to sign up to be red
Yeah.
coats, because like you said, we have events and we not everybody's available, so that we need like Alpha Team, Bravo Team,
That's right.
Charlie Team. That way they can, or
That way, if we have more than one event a day,
God forbid we have 2 events at one time, then we can.
And that's been known to happen.
Absolutely, yeah.
That, and not necessarily at the same time, but there have been times we've got events, one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
And you can't commit to both.
Exactly. Well, then come to one or the other. Our largest
we've
commitment.
done them one before lunch and one after lunch too. So
our largest commitment
Take the
is
coats off for
business
lunch,
after hours, and that's an hour and a half that we ask.
Yeah, the rest of the time it's usually
in and out,
an hour, a half hour, whatever. It's just how long people meander and mingle and hang out.
And we don't have these events every day. So being a red coat does not mean that you're going to be every day at one of these events.
A couple times a month.
It's
and like you said, if we get more, then
right. As we build up the red
Yeah.
coats, we can diversify and say, okay, well, you Alpha and Bravo team, you go to this event, and Charlie Delta team, you go to that event.
Like, I'm only available for, for this, or I'm only available for this. Well, great, we got so yeah.
Yep. And we try not to have. Well, we're pretty good at not having any events on Sundays because we understand. Where we live.
That's family and God's day.
And we try to limit Saturdays, but we get it. We understand that that's when people want to do their ribbon cuttings and stuff. And as long as we have at least a 2-week heads up for any Saturdays, then we can usually get a really nice turnout because, once again, our red coats have families. They're not just little robots that we keep in the closet. They are actually out and about doing stuff. So, if you want to schedule an event, call Gary, 575-623-5695.
626-4008.
That's his cell phone. 626-4008 is his cell phone. But you can always call the office or roswellnm.org. You can always go check our website and get a hold of us because we'd love to see you. Or come on down. 131 West 2nd. It's really hard to miss us. We're on the corner of Richardson and 2nd, across the street from the police station, right behind Subway and Verizon.
Absolutely, yeah. Come in.
If you see my truck backed in there, just ring the bell because our offices are at the back of the building. We'll come up and open the door.
Give them a second to meander up to the front of the building there and get you taken care of. But absolutely, please utilize the chamber if you're a small business, if you're looking, or if you're a nonprofit looking for help and resources, please reach out. And if you're a business looking to, especially small businesses, if you're needing help with marketing, that's why you need to be a member of the chamber. Bigger businesses where they have HR departments and things using us to make that community connection. Generally, businesses of that nature are larger corporations or major, maybe even national companies and things. They lock in with chambers to establish roots into those communities.
That's actually, we can talk about it at the next get together because I know we're running out of time, but I do have a remote membership program as well.
Excellent.
So
come by the chamber today if you want to hear more about that.
Please.
And Gary would be happy to talk to you about it.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
If you need help promoting your company, then being a member is the way to do it because we have tools in our basket to help you get promoted and get out in front of everybody.
We're looking, and I find new tools every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, did you know we had this? And Gary's like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And I'm like, well, now we got to figure out what that thing is and how it works.
She opened the cabinet the other day and found one of those Allen head wrenches. There are all kinds of tools in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, that's quite literally. That's what happens.
Is that a monkey wrench? Look at that.
Oh,
very good.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Please reach out. Please get out there. We got a lot of stuff going on. Good time to get in.
That's right.
I've never met a stranger, just a few strange people.
There you go. Every time I look in the mirror, I meet one.
Right. Every day.
Well, thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you. And have a blessed day, Mike.
You do the same. It is 7:56. Kim Commando update. Quick break before news. Don't go away.
Please join me twice each weekday for the Lou Dobbs Business Report right here.
Business news you need to know. Keep listening for more. This is the Lou Dobbs Business Report.
I've been hearing a lot about Lang Insurance. They sell luxury home insurance to high net worth individuals in all 50 states. Call Kevin Lang at Lang Insurance. Call 866-964-4434. He's an expert in reviewing your current coverage to save you money, leaving you with your current insurance company or moving you to a less expensive one. Kevin speaks with every new client. Your call, they quote, you save. That's 866-964-4434 or visit langins.com.
Attention Roswell and surrounding areas. Is your old car, truck, or SUV on life support?
Clear.
With new management and a whole new attitude, Roswell Ford makes trading up to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle fast, fun, and easy. Upside down in your loan or stuck in your lease? Roswell Ford wants to get you released even if you owe thousands more than your trade is worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. Right now, get huge savings with rates as low as 0% for 66 months and no payments until Labor Day. Plus, we have a great selection of low-mileage, one-owner pre-owned vehicles, all in prime condition, starting at just $10,000. Don't settle for a low-quality, overpriced clunker. Buy a quality pre-owned vehicle from Roswell Ford for a lot less. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. We've partnered with the most aggressive lenders that will push to approve you today, even with bad or no credit. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell, or online at roswellford.com. 1515 per thousand finance on select new Ford models with approved credit.
Calling all men. June is Men's Health Month, and Artesia General Hospital wants you to step up and take care of your health. Every year, thousands of men in the U.S. die from preventable diseases. Take control of your health today and schedule a visit before something is wrong. Artesia General Hospital has specialists in a variety of men's health disciplines, but your primary care provider is the best place to start. Take your health seriously for yourself and for your loved ones. Visit artesiageneral.com/men's health or call 575-746-3119.
Your favorite time of year is here. Time to get the pool ready. And Mays Lumber in Roswell is your BioGuard headquarters. They have regular chlorine, including pool generators, and Soft Swim by BioGuard for your non-chlorine products. Prepare and maintain your pool for summer the right way for a full season of smiles instead of headaches. Get your pool ready for summer with Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell.
You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
When others say no, Roswell Hyundai says
yes.
The bank manager is at Roswell Hyundai for a short time to say
yes.
No social security number or ITIN number?
Yes.
No driver's license?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. Roswell Hyundai says
yes.
If you have a job that earns at least $12 an hour, Roswell Hyundai wants to say
yes.
Roswell Hyundai wants 100% approval, which means they want to say
yes
to you.
Yes.
Get zero down,
yes.
zero payments till fall,
yes.
plus up to $4,000 more for your trade.
Yes.
On now at the home of Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Yes!
Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Not sure which is your dominant hand? Just wait. You'll nail it. Here's Mike Winters.
Hey, good morning. 5 minutes away from 9 o'clock on a finally Friday morning. I'm joined in studio this morning by Miss Kay Galindo and Miss Valerie Ward from the Roswell Refuge. How are y'all doing this morning?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Morning.
It's been a one heck of a week without Mike Winters here at the captain's chair, but we're making it through. He'll be back in studio on Tuesday. So
You're doing a great job.
well, thank you. I appreciate it. First and foremost, tell folks who don't know who are the Roswell Refuge. What do you guys do?
We're the domestic violence organization. Valerie is the shelter manager. She's also our operations manager in our administrative office. I manage the thrift store. I'm over fundraising, and I do whatever else anybody needs me to do.
There you go. The jack of all trades.
We right now we have a full house. We have how many adults? I think we have the house is 28. I think.
Yeah, we're packed.
We're packed.
Pretty full up.
We're at capacity.
We're just glad that we're able to do it. But
Absolutely.
we assist with victims of domestic violence, families, children, men. We're a part of the LGBTQ. I mean, we don't discriminate in any form or fashion.
If there's domestic abuse happening,
We're
your
there.
organization is there to
Absolutely.
provide resources.
And we're there to
And,
provide shelter and food and resources and transportation and advocate to get people back on track where they can pursue their safe futures.
And Valerie and her team do an amazing job. They just go above and beyond. I unfortunately, like I said, I'm in the admin part of it, but of course we see and know what goes on, and she just does an amazing job, her and her staff.
And we couldn't do it without admin to help either. It takes all the ingredients
It's a
to
team.
make the recipe work. Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say. Now, obviously, Father's Day coming up Sunday. You guys been doing a raffle for Father's Day. Now, let's talk. We only have a couple minutes here, but so let's talk a little bit about the raffle and who's involved. Is some folks maybe we want to thank?
Yes, we would like to thank everyone that participated in our raffle. Without our friends and community people helping us, it wouldn't be possible.
Right.
We were able to be able to do the raffle because of everybody participating. So I want to thank everybody first and foremost.
For sure.
But these are things that we do. We do fundraising. We do raffles. These things, the money that we generate from that goes straight into our shelter.
Every cent goes back.
Every
to help
dollar
out.
goes to anything that is needed. If someone comes in with a size 15 shoe, I'm not going to have it in my store for sure. Then, of course, that's when Val comes and says, we're going to need to get shoes. So
Right.
these are things, which is very, very important because,
Absolutely.
when they leave, sometimes they leave with the clothes on their back, and
That's all they have.
That's all they have.
And that's a tough
Yes.
couple of days to deal with. So that's where the refuge comes in play. They have the thrift store, obviously, that can provide resources and materials for folks. That
Absolutely. And we're always needing hygiene products, family size, please. The shelter is always in dire need of those things.
Real quick, give us the phone number. Folks want to reach out or give more information.
Directly to shelter is 575-627-8361. Anybody can help you with that.
Excellent.
If they want to contact admin office, it's 575-624-3222.
624-3222.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, now we've got to get to the meat of the moment because we're doing a drawing.
Shall we get a drum roll?
Now we're
get
drawing,
to be the one to draw.
We're drawing for a few things. We're drawing for third place, which is $200. Second place is $300, and the winner gets a 36-inch Blackstone flat top grill.
Yes, with cover.
With cover.
Yes.
All right, so where are you drawing for third place first?
We're doing third
Okay.
place first.
All right, I'm reaching in blindly here. Let's shuffle these around. All right, what do we got? Congratulations to Vicente Bustamante. Vicente Bustamante, you just got
Good
yourself
job.
$200. That's the third place there. All right, second place. Do you want to write the third on there?
please?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, drawing for second place. This is $300, so a definite boost to your weekend. Congratulations going out to JR.
That it was a friend of mine. That's Junior. I can take care of it. Yes.
Congratulations, Junior. You just got yourself $300. Pretty smooth weekend on that. All right, without further ado, let's do this drawing real quick for the Blackstone Grill. This is a massive, massive get here. All right, so with that in mind, congratulations going out to Brady Gordon.
Good job.
Brady Gordon, congratulations. You are the new owner of that Blackstone flat top grill. That is absolutely awesome. I'll give you that. I'm noticing we still don't have our news running here, so we have a little time to riff. Again, if folks want more information about the Roswell Refuge or about what you guys are all about, how do they go about getting a hold of you?
They actually call the numbers I gave you, and we'll be more than glad to give any type of information that they need or assistance that they may need. We do our best to, if we can't help them, then we also have, a lot of resources that we can send them to, and we do network with different places here to make sure that people get what they need.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate everything you guys are doing. Always doing amazing work for the folks who are in need. Again, if you need more information or if you want to make a donation, 627-8361 is the number directly to the shelter, or you can call 624-3222 to get more info there as well.
Also, could I interject that first phone number, the 627-8361? Anybody who's experiencing domestic violence and need help, that's
a 24-hour line.
That is the number to call, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, ladies, thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you guys for doing
Thank
this
you to
for
the
us.
radio
We
station
appreciate
as well.
you.
We appreciate it.
We always appreciate you guys.
And thank you
have
guys
a great
so
day
much.
and have a great weekend.
You too as well. 1 minute after 9 o'clock, we are going to pause for a second. We're dealing with some technical difficulties here in studio, so bear with us as we get through it. But you are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Stick around, and we'll make this happen for you as quickly as we can.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
A House committee subpoenas 15 Biden cabinet secretaries to hand over documents regarding what they call a voter mobilization scheme.
In March of 2021, President Biden signed an executive order called Promoting Access to Voting, which states that executive departments and agencies shall partner with state, local, tribal, and territorial election officials, eliminate discrimination and other barriers to voting, and expand access to voter registration and accurate election information. Representative Brian Steele of Wisconsin called Biden's executive order, quote, an attempt to tilt the scales ahead of the 2024 election. As chairman of the Committee on House Administration, Steele issued the subpoenas to get detailed plans of how cabinet secretaries will advance the agenda before the election. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Some good news for would-be homebuyers. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the average weekly rate on the 30-year fixed mortgage dipped slightly to 6.95% this week. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. A rescue mission is underway in northern Pakistan to try to reach 2 Japanese climbers who've been missing in a remote mountain area.
This is now a race against time to reach the 2 climbers in what is a bitterly cold and inhospitable environment. Thursday's helicopter operation, whilst successful in locating them, was unable to ascertain their condition or if they were even still alive. The pair had been attempting to summit the 7,000-metre-high Spantic Mountain without the assistance of guides when they went missing on Tuesday, with rescuers using their footprints in the snow to help locate them.
As BBC's Tom Bailey reporting, Muslim pilgrims have converged on a vast tent camp in the desert near Mecca.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The traveler said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of the Morning Without Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. It's actually kind of funny. When Jocelyn was here, she did the whole, am I supposed to? And I'm like, it's okay. And I just went, it's inviernos. I would just give myself my own little voice. Just like, the voices that live inside my head.
Oh.
I digress.
So you can just do it yourself.
I can. I totally have that option. It's just, I prefer to, bring in the help. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully your week is going smoothly. I actually wanted to look this up real quick. I think next week is the official start of summer. I think it's the 20th. Let me find out. Summer, first day of summer. Let's see. First day, this is super professional. Summer 2024. It is, the 20th. So
they're a bit late on that.
Yeah, so the 20th, 1 week from yesterday is the start of summertime. But are you sure about that? Because holy majoli, it's been insane out there. And if this is what springtime is, I don't want to do spring anymore.
Is it like on a set day every year, or is it like whenever the government decides?
No, it's a set day. It's based on the solstice. Summertime and wintertime are based on solstices. I believe the start of spring and the start of fall are based on the equinoxes. It's I think this day in summer, I believe, is the longest day of the year. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. But it is the summer solstice that we celebrate here, and that's the start.
It's funny. Like usually my shows end around like 8 o'clock and stuff, and like it's still like daytime.
Yeah.
At 8 now. So like by the time it's 10, it feels like it's 8 o'clock, and I don't want to go to bed yet.
Well, yeah, you don't. I mean, come on, buddy, you're an adult. You don't have to go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Well, I do if I want to get up early.
Really? I usually crash about 11:30 and I'm up by about 5. My body doesn't like sleeping or staying in one position for a long time. I'm like, I got to get up and do stuff. I got to get the day going for the kiddos, get their stuff gathered up.
Oh, you're one of those. I only got 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
What's your excuse? Kind of
and it's not even that. It's my body doesn't do long-term sleep. It doesn't. Like I know I annoy the crap out of my girlfriend when she comes down just to hang out, because I'm up 4 times in the middle of the night just to go to the bathroom. Just because I've reached that stage in my life where it's going to happen, so I might as well get up and take care of it. And I know I'm really annoying to sleep next to because I toss and turn even when I am down. So I'm not a great bed partner. We'll just put it that way. But
you need to get that urinal that just tells you if you don't stop eating fast food, you're going to die.
Yeah. The doctor urinal.
Yeah.
I don't think I would like that. There are
like from bench warmers
commodes out there. Yeah, there are commodes out there that actually do that will examine your waste and give you diagnosis. I don't know if I want my toilet to be that judgmental of my lifestyle choices, quite frankly. I think that there's enough people in my life that are telling me I'm screwing up. I don't need my toilet to be one of them. As many people in my life as I let down, I don't want one of them to be my toilet. Okay, that's rough. But if you're somebody who enjoys the go or enjoys being told by your toilet that you need to up your fiber intake, well, you've got options, I guess is what we're saying.
You probably just need more magnesium in your diet.
Yeah, is it magnesium? Is that what it is?
I found a lot of people are finding out. They're like in their 50s now, and it's like I've gone like 40 years of my life, and it turns out all I needed was just a little magnesium throughout my day, and I feel fine.
You're not too far off, because when I was doing keto, the things that they would encourage you to keep your levels up on are potassium and magnesium. Those were the two that were the easiest to lose when you're keto, because you're just eating pure fat. You're not really taking in a lot of complex carbohydrates, so it's hard to keep your magnesium and your potassium up. That's why they recommend supplements if you're doing keto. But you might actually be onto something on the, I just realized I got a pin in each hand. You might actually be onto something on the magnesium thing. But it's also one of those that's like, unless it's in a multivitamin, how many people are out there like taking just pure magnesium supplements?
Right. But that's why like this stuff's important. The zinc, all of it. Like,
do you take a multi?
Sometimes. I try to keep up with it.
I start every day with a Flintstones chewable. I prefer Betty Rubble. No, actually, here's the problem with me. I'm so bad at taking pills. Like I've never been somebody who's had regular medication. Like what medications do you take? I don't take any. But if I get prescribed like antibiotics, or even to the point where I have horrific, like, constant acid reflux that'll kick up for like no reason. So I take omeprazole, basically Prevacid, I think is what it is, to kind of stop the flow of that acid. But you have to remember to take it every single morning. I'm so bad at morning routines and taking medication. If I don't set an alarm on my phone, I just won't do it. It just won't happen. It's again one of those things I have to be told.
Well, one thing I'm finding out through my dad is salt is terrible for you.
Well, yeah, it's
like salt will destroy your heart.
It's terrible for you, but it's amazing going in.
Well, yeah, well, yeah. You got to season your food, obviously. Right. But we season our food in this house, but like
Mrs. Dash, for example, just Dash. They dropped the Mrs. now.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because Mrs. Dash got divorced and didn't want to go by Ms. Dash, or if it's just we're gender neutralizing our Dash. But you want to season your food with less sodium, you got to reach for Dash now.
Yeah. But if you want to help clear your GERD or whatever it is, and then probably cut the salt out would probably help a lot.
Maybe it could be the salt. I mean, I generally think it's when I consume base products, like
Well, because like processed food and canned food has so much salt in it.
Well, think about it like this. This is how I consider my body. I consume so much acidic stuff that I'm basically a grade school volcano. So if you put a base into my acid, I'm going to explode. It's basically I'm putting baking soda into my vinegar.
A base into your what?
Into my acid. I said acid.
Yes.
Yeah, you put base up in me, I'm gonna acid up the place.
Not Bass?
No, not Bass. That's no fun for nobody. But I digress. Happy Friday to you. I forget where exactly we were going with that.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's miserable. Mixmaster Mike back inside your radios Tuesday morning. So we got the rest of this hour, and you got to cope with me again on Monday morning, and then I'm back in the second banana seat where I belong, and Mike can spend the next week trying to get the groove back into his seat that I've worked out. Sorry, buddy. It's a whole new groove up in here. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the program.
Chair.
That poor chair. If this chair could talk, it would scream. We had Bill Williams, county manager, scheduled to talk this morning. He got in touch with me earlier this week. He is out of town, so we have him rescheduled, I believe, for this coming Monday. We'll sit down and chat with Mr. Bill Williams. But in the meantime, we are going to replay the interview that we had with...
we have a guest.
We have a guest.
We have a guest from the public library.
I did not know that. It was not on my schedule.
Neither did I.
Absolutely. No problem. In that case, here in just a few minutes, we'll be sitting down and chatting with the folks at the Roswell Public Library, getting you up to date on everything going on over there with the summer reading program, with all the other fun stuff happening there at the Roswell Public Library. We'll do that coming up here in just a few minutes. This is why we got to keep track on our scheduling. I know I'm just as bad as the next guy, but it always gets skipped on the schedule, especially the regulars, so to speak. So with that in mind, let us pause for a moment and get you up to date with some local weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today, upper 90s and low 100s with mostly sunny skies. We may get a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. We have a little bit of moist air coming in from Arizona. Will be a little bit breezy. Scattered showers and thunderstorms and about 70 for the overnight hours. Our weekend looks sunny and hot, going up to 100 on Saturday, about 105 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 85 degrees around Roswell Way. Humidity is at 39%. Winds out of the south at around 16 miles an hour. The barometer at about 30.06 inches with a dew point of 57 degrees. You can see for miles and miles. Going to be another hot one around Roswell Way. Mostly sunny skies. 100 for the high today. Winds out of the southeast 10 to 20 miles an hour. 40% chance of rain coming up for tonight. That's mostly before midnight. Mostly cloudy, so the clouds rolling in to block out some of that late afternoon and the evening sun. Low of around 71 degrees. Winds out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming northeast later in the evening. Sunny skies and is going to be hot. 101 for the high today. Winds out of the south 5 to 10. For your Saturday night, mostly clear. 69 for the overnight low. Winds out of the south 10 to 15 miles an hour. For Sunday, more of the same thing, man. It doesn't really change much once you get past 105. It's pretty much all the same. 105 for the high on Sunday, 105 for the high on Monday, and Tuesday, same thing, 105 for the high. Looking at a cool down finally come Juneteenth Wednesday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny skies, and a high of around 98 degrees. And get this, only 92 for the high on Thursday with a 20% chance of rain. That's downright spring-like. What a concept. It's like the first day of actual summer, it's going to feel like spring. That just seems a little counterintuitive. But what do I know? I'm no meteorologist. 17 minutes after 9 o'clock, let us pause, pay a couple of these bills, and after these, we'll be sitting down, chatting with the folks from the Roswell Public Library on a morning without Mike Winters. Stay tuned.
Believe it or not, your home insurance company isn't evil. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here. A lot of roofers make your insurance company out to be your enemy. They'll talk about fighting and battling your insurance to get you the claim you deserve. But honestly, your insurance company is a group of people just like you and me. That's why we don't treat your roof insurance claim like we're going to war. We treat it like a court case. We provide your insurance company every piece of evidence needed to get you the highest possible claim. We submit photos, videos, detailed documents, and line-by-line estimates. And guess what? Our non-combat approach works. On 92% of roof insurance claims, we get the highest amount the first time. And the rare times we don't, well then, that's when we go to bat for you. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Cash for Junkers is back at Roswell Honda, and that means if you can push it, pull it, or drag it to Roswell Honda, it's worth up to $3,000 towards your next vehicle. And with a lot chock full of beautiful new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, your old busted could be the key to your new hotness. And push, pull, and drag your family to Roswell Honda Saturday, June 22nd from 10 to 1 for free hot dogs and drinks, stuff for the kids, and your chance to win a $400 Visa gift card. Cash for Junkers on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Dairy Queen has 3 easy steps to make Dad happy this Father's Day. 1. Find out your dad's favorite Dairy Queen ice cream blizzard flavor. Snickers, Chocolate Extreme, Double Fudge Cookie Dough. They have 25 different flavors to choose from. 2. Find the North Main Dairy Queen in Roswell. If you're looking to score extra points, have the decorating staff customize it for you. And 3. Pick up your blizzard ice cream cake. Don't eat it. Take it home and hide it in the freezer until Father's Day. Remember, it's cold, chilled to minus 33 degrees. It's not too late to visit Dairy Queen on North Main in Roswell and pick up your dad's favorite ice cream blizzard cake for this Sunday.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning, Miss Rocio Ortiz from the Roswell Public Library. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. It is hot. It is consistently hot. And we haven't even reached summertime yet. We're a little less than a week away from the start of summer.
Yes.
And we're already dying out here.
Yes. I think we were at 105 or 106 yesterday. It was awful.
Yeah, there was no cooling off. I was saying earlier, I was using ice pops as trying to cool my neck and head off. It was just plain miserable.
It was hot. My dogs cut their walk short. That's how hot it was. They decided when it was time to go in.
But of course, heat and school being out brings summer, and summer brings the summer reading program.
Yes, and we are cooling off centers, the public library. Yes. So if you need to cool off, come on in.
That's a huge selling point. We have AC.
Yeah.
Comfy seating and air conditioning.
And while you're there, you can enroll not only your child and your teen, but you yourself as an adult. You can be part of our summer reading program.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So the program runs from June to July.
Okay.
And basically, the kids get these nifty little reading passports.
Okay.
For the little ones, if you're still reading to your child, it's 10 books a week because they're the little books.
Sure.
If the child's reading on their own, it's at least 1 a week. They can read more if they like, but at least 1. Each week that they read they meet their reading goals, they get a little prize. It's like a little toy prize.
Okay.
Teens have the same thing. This is smaller for the teens. They don't get a prize every week, but they can enter a raffle to win. We just had our first raffle winner for the teens, and she got a 1 medium, 1 topping pizza from Domino's.
Nice.
Same thing with the adults. We had the adults. She got a $20 gift certificate to Dion's. So there's something for everyone.
When I was a kid,
yes,
the entire reason I got so into reading was because of the Book It program.
Yes.
And those personal pan pizzas made me the man I am today. I'm telling you, you can get so much done with free pizza. That's
it's
fantastic.
a great incentive. Yeah. And because that was the same thing. It's like I was a Book It kid.
Yep.
So we've got that going.
Now, as far as the reading program goes, obviously kids can, the older kids, it's 1 book a week. They can read it themselves. But for the younger kids, you'll be reading to your kids if they're not up to reading age, and everything you read to them counts towards that.
Because it's building their vocabulary, it's developing their brain. They're taking in new words.
It's a great chance also to actually ask questions. You're reading a story, you can ask your child a question about the story that you're reading, about the character, and it kind of opens their mind up a little bit. It gets them thinking more creatively.
It does, and it's just we have little. We call them adventures, but it's like read 5 spooky books, read 5 magical books. Okay. It's also a good way to introduce new genres to them because I know little kids, they want the same book read to them 20 times. It's like, let's try this one, and you can discover new books, new words, like I said, new vocabulary that just keeps expanding the mind, and it broadens their reading comprehension as well.
Absolutely. One of the best ways to read with your kids, and this is just again my personal opinion, is because a lot of parents will do the reading to them like this, or the reading and then show them the picture. Yeah. Have them on your lap and have them see the words that you're pronouncing. Kids make those mental pathways and those connections. My daughter, my daughter's on the spectrum. She actually taught herself to read through logos.
Oh, wow.
So like she would see Facebook and see that people were calling it Facebook and see that that's and she advanced to a grade level beyond in her reading comprehension just based on the fact that she was picking up things at such an early age.
Yeah, that's really good.
Kids make those connections, a lot earlier than we think they do. So
yeah, and it's just exposing them to all of these things. And then the reason for the summer reading program is not only is it a way to keep them entertained and stuff like that, but studies have shown that when kids go back to school, that 2-3 month gap when they do nothing, their reading level skills drop from where they were.
Sure.
So we want to keep them at least maintained, and if at all possible, grow. That way they're above, ahead of the game for their next year.
Absolutely.
And that way the teacher's not like, all right, they regressed. Let's start 2-3 steps back.
And it makes sense because, you give your brain's a muscle. And just like any other muscle, if you're not working it out, it's going to start, losing definition. It's going to start atrophying, and, you're going to have to work again even harder to get back to that level that you were. So you got to keep working your muscle.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. Now, you said the summer reading program is open through the month of June and July, correct?
Yes.
So they've got until the end of July to complete their reading tasks and
all of that.
Work their way up.
And if you do 6 out of the 8 weeks for the kids, they get you get to enter the final raffle, which is a tablet.
Okay.
For the teens, if they complete the 6 out of the 8 weeks, and the teens have to do at least 1 outdoor activity and volunteer at least in 1 place.
Okay.
They get to enter the final raffle prize of a $50 Amazon gift card.
Very nice.
Now, for the teens, I do suggest you can combine the outdoor activity and the volunteer. Yep. So an example I give is if you want to volunteer like at the Humane Society or Animal Control and then walk a dog, that's an outdoor activity and you volunteered. So.
Just a tip, summertime months, they are doing their dog walking early in the morning and later in the afternoon and evening.
Yes.
Midday, they don't walk the dogs. Just something to keep in mind. If you're going to be volunteering with the Humane Society. But that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You can get involved with the community and make that your outdoor activity as well.
Yeah. Or if you want to, help your next door neighbor mow the lawn, that's you're volunteering with them.
Sure.
And you're outdoors mowing the lawn. So
the school district does the lunch giveaways.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're always looking for volunteers to help hand out food. Help take care of those situations. Yeah. There's lots and lots of opportunities.
Church, lots of things. So
absolutely. So encouraging kids to get out there and volunteer, and also, leave your 4 walls. Go touch some grass.
And as one of the adventures that we have for the kids too is also outdoor activities, because we know it's summer. We don't want them indoors all the time. We do want them to enjoy it early in the morning or in the late afternoon, because it is really hot. But also read and enjoy your summer as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Take a book with you if you're heading to to the pool or the aquatic center. Go get your sit in a sun chair and just relax and enjoy a book.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about. And the Roswell Public Library has so many amazing resources, from the children's department to the stuff that they offer for folks here in the community. It is a great resource.
It is
one that doesn't get a lot of attention, I don't think.
No, but hopefully this will bring more people in, and parents out there. The summer reading program isn't just reading. We do have every Thursday. We do have performers or some sort of event coming in. Yesterday we had the Lubbock Science Spectrum Museum. They came in and gave us They showed reptiles. Each kid got their own snake. Now
that's right.
They brought snakes. They brought lizards. They brought tortoises, and it was really cool. We have it right there. Next Thursday, I believe we have Megan Casey with the puppets. Always a great show.
I love a good ventriloquist. Although I will say ventriloquism to me feels just this side of witchcraft. Because when they the stuff that they can make these puppets say without moving their mouths, that's a little scary. But
the good thing is this isn't one of those ventriloquist dummies. This is puppets. But yeah, she does a great job of throwing her voice and stuff like that. She was great last year. And
just always activities happening at the library. It looks like you guys are doing movie and popcorn at 11 a.m. every Friday.
Every Friday. Today it's Mr. McGorham's Wonder Emporium. If you guys want to come on down.
I've never seen it. However, I do know that Walter White owned 2 copies of it when he was stranded in, I believe it was North Dakota.
Yeah.
Why would anybody get 2 copies of Mr. McGorham's Wonder Emporium? But yeah, activities happening every day at the Roswell Public Library, and so plenty of chances for you to get out and get your kids involved. Now, the other thing is, if you haven't already done so, library card. Sign up for that library card. It is your key, your key to the world that Roswell Public Library offers you.
And let me tell you the world that we can provide for you. We have a cultural pass. It's a family pass.
Okay.
And it gives you access to museums, the New Mexico Museum of Space History in Alamogordo. You've got the Hispanic Cultural Center in Albuquerque. You stuff in Las Cruces, Santa Fe. So this is, you go in there, you check it out with your library card, and you can go on a trip on a small vacation and visit all these awesome museums.
That's awesome.
And we have it there.
I say this all the time about southeastern New Mexico. We're blessed to be in a place where you're just a short car ride away from magic. You could go,
it's
hop
2
in
or
the
3
car.
hour drive. Yeah.
Hop in the car. You can go explore, the arts and science, or the science museum down in, Alamogordo, or Sitting Bull Falls is just a quick drive away. Things in our own backyard that you can just go out and experience and enjoy. And it's awesome to be in this part of southeastern New Mexico.
And if you want to do more outdoor activities, more hobbies, we have this new program. It's called Nature Backpacks. This is one of them.
Ooh.
This is our hiking and biking one. And again, you check it out. It's the same amount of time. And we provide, hiking New Mexico, bike tour of New Mexico.
How cool is that? Wait a second. Is that a paper map?
It's a paper map.
I haven't seen a paper map in years.
We've got, if you want to go to, hiking around Santa Fe,
okay.
Again, Carlsbad Caverns. Not only that, but we provide you binoculars.
Nice.
Go see. First aid kit, because you are biking and hiking.
Of course. Got to keep safe.
And we don't want you to get lost, so we provided a compass as well.
Very cool. See, that's the old school orienteering method, too. You got to learn how to read a compass, learn how to read a map.
Just a reminder of stuff to bring, like water. Don't forget your water. Don't forget your sunscreen.
That's so cool. So you can... Not only can you check out books, which, again, you can dive into and have your own experiences, you guys are letting people check out actual experiences.
Actual experiences. This biking, we have also one for fishing.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Fishing. There's local history, so we have stuff like around Roswell and then New Mexico. Rock hounding, birding. So we have 7 different types for you guys to go and enjoy and explore Roswell and New Mexico.
You touched on something there with rock hounding, because we are here in this part of southeastern New Mexico. Pecos Valley diamonds are everywhere, and those are so much fun to go out and hunt down. Plus there's all kinds of my girlfriend's super into rocks, so she's always showing me, like, this is like an obsidian. She just got a new piece of pyrite the other day, which I'm a fan of fool's gold because I'm a fool. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, it's fool's gold. I lit up. So I love, finding different rocks. That's a fun time. Birding's another great one too, where, the open skies of southeastern New Mexico, we're home to a ton of different species of birds, a ton of different species of insects. You could go out to Bitter Lakes, Bitter Lakes Wildlife Refuge, and just be treated to a sea of different species of animals.
Yeah, and our local history backpack does have a little binder there for all the history and the wildlife and stuff for Bitter Lakes. So.
Okay. So you also have a history one where you can explore local history of the area?
Local history, yeah. We have one of the Images of America book. It features Roswell. And then there's other books that in that one, like all the little ghost towns around New Mexico, the Outlaw Trail. So it's a fun little thing. Yeah, it's awesome. And this is a great resource to take advantage of all of the cool stuff that southeastern New Mexico provides. It's all right here in our own backyard. But this way you have the tools. Like, I'm not somebody who's going to go out and buy my own binoculars or buy my own hiking guides and things like that. You just go check them out, just like a normal book. And they get told those for the 2 weeks. It's 21 days, so around 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we have a night sky app one too, and we provide the books to learn how to read constellations, the special binoculars for those.
Nice.
So we've got a little hobby for everyone. A little gonna start off. You can go.
People are always like, "There's nothing to do around here." I call BS on that one. There's plenty to do. You just got to have the resources, and the Roswell Public Library is happy to provide those.
Provide all of that for you guys.
Obviously, lots of stuff for for the adults. They got a fantastic selection there. Media, if you're looking to check out media, this is how old school I am. I used to check out CDs from the library.
We still have CDs.
Do you really?
We still have CDs and DVDs, but CDs, yes.
I would discover new music from the CDs I would check out from the Roswell Public Library. That's the first time I ever heard Laurie Anderson's "Oh Superman." It's from a CD I got from the Roswell Public Library. Obviously, internet kiosks if you need access to the internet. Now, I am curious. Are you guys still providing the Mango language software through the website?
We have the Duolingo.
Oh, is it Duolingo now? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you guys upgraded.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
We have Duolingo.
So if you have your library card, you can use the Duolingo app. I believe that's through your website.
It's through the website.
And you can learn yourself a new language.
Another thing we got that's through the website, it's this database called Comics Plus, and it just has so many different comics, and it's just, it's unfathomable how many there are.
Tell me about it.
Library card, it's on the website. You can log in.
I recently started not necessarily collecting comics, but I started kind of gaining a little bit more interest in comics. It's absolutely insane how many different genres of comics there are. Whether you're into manga or you're into just regular pen and ink, old school comics, the superhero comics. Personally speaking, I like the Archie comics, the style of those, like the Archie ones, and then the offshoot art. Like Archie did the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. They did the Futurama one. A couple of the other
I didn't know that.
intellectual property comic book series, and those are just fun to read. Those are a blast, and they're not necessarily like reading a book, but you're also enjoying like almost a cinema of the eyes and the mind.
It's just a different format of storytelling.
Sure.
The same way movies another format of storytelling. They all affect us in a different way. Absolutely. But I believe because our mind is putting two and together with images and words, it all works the same part of the brain.
It's just, keeping them synapses firing in the brain. That's what the Roswell Public Library wants to help you do. Yeah. So whether you're checking out an experience, whether you're taking your kids and getting them enrolled in the summer reading program, plenty of opportunities to keep their brains working this summertime season. Absolutely. So if folks want more information about the library, the summer reading program, anything we talked about today, how do they find you?
We have the website. Just go Google it, City of Roswell Public Library. We also have a Facebook page and we have an Instagram page.
Excellent. So you guys are available across social media as well.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the website here. And it looks like the library hours, they're open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Monday through Thursday.
Or Monday through Thursday, excuse me. Friday and Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 2 to 6 as well.
Yeah.
So plenty of chances to get out there. But get your kids enrolled in the summer reading program because it's a great way to keep their minds working. And keep them interested in things. Yeah. You can discover new hobbies, new fascinations just through reading.
Yeah.
Find out new things about yourself you never knew you were into.
Discover a new book. Yeah, a new book you might have not known you would normally pick up.
That's what it's all about. So make it happen and come on by the Roswell Public Library. Give us the address. Folks
301 North Pennsylvania Avenue.
301 North Pennsylvania Avenue is the place to come. Roscoe, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We
Thanks
appreciate
for having
having
me.
you. And here's to one fun summer getting buried in books.
Yep. We're
forward to
there.
it.
Come on down.
Absolutely. 36 minutes after 9 o'clock, let us pause and get you up to date with some local news.
Now a look at your Pecos Valley News update. I'm Jared Sorello. The U.S. Forest Service fire is now contained as of late Thursday, but there's still much work to be done after the fire is completely out. A burned area emergency response team will now work in the aftermath of the fire, guarding the safety of visitors and employees and protecting federal property. Crews will assess soil damage and other indicators to help restore the area and mitigate long-term damage. The fire is believed to have started by lightning in May and burned more than 7,500 acres near Ruidoso. New Mexico Republicans are calling on Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham to place a bill on her agenda for an upcoming special session on public safety to expand the state's anti-racketeering laws. In a Thursday statement, the Republican lawmakers said they would reintroduce bills to add multiple offenses to the list of crimes that can be prosecuted under New Mexico's racketeering law, commonly known as RICO. The RICO law is often used to prosecute organized crime enterprises. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
Like we said, folks, radio on the fly, doing it by the seat of our pants, and we're making it work. 38 minutes after 9 o'clock, we have a little bit extra time in the hour, so I'm going to replay the interview that I had earlier in the week with the ladies from the Chaves County Federated Republican Women, and we will play the Janine Best and Joan Bouet from the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and cut to that interview.
A cool down.
Yeah, well, you say that. We're in an election cool down, but we are heating up outside.
We are. Oh, wow. Isn't that the truth?
I'm so thankful that I work in air-conditioned facilities and for the most part, am staying cool, but it has been a brutal summer so
It's
far.
been wicked.
Mhm.
It's been wicked.
And it's not even summer yet.
Not yet. I'm waiting for the winds to die down.
That's right.
My goodness.
So while it's heating up outside, obviously things got interesting for a few weeks back there, but the election has passed, the primaries passed, and now we set our sights towards November and all things turning red.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And we're here to educate.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, first and foremost, for those who are new to the program, tell us a little about the Chaves County Federated Republican Women, who you guys are and what you're all about.
Okay, I'm Joan Bouet, and I am the president of the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. We are 50 years old. We are the largest club in the state as far as membership.
Really?
And we have over 100 people attending our luncheons on the third Wednesday of every month at the convention center.
Awesome.
So doors open at 11:30.
Okay.
Lunch starts pretty much right after that. Okay. We start the meeting right at 12 noon, and we can get you out of there by 1 so that you can get back to work.
There you go. So it's all packaged up into a nice, neat little package. And we'll dive into the important info, of course, what's on the menu coming up here in just a little bit. But how are we feeling, a post-mortem, so to speak, after the primary? How are things after the dust is sort of settled? Are we satisfied? Are we dissatisfied? How do we feel?
I feel that we have to give those that were elected a chance to prove themselves. There are some newbies. We know that we are a minority in Santa Fe.
Right.
They're going to be the freshmen in Santa Fe. I have to mention that Jared Hembry, who was one of our House representatives, was the newbie this session, and he did incredibly well.
Absolutely.
He did so well.
Credit where it's due. You know, when the noobs come in and prove themselves, it's always a good thing for everybody. And you make a great point there that down here it's easy to see things through red-colored glasses, but that sort of starts to fade into blue as you go up to the North 40. You know, we get kind of forgotten about, which is ironic because we're where the money comes from.
I know.
Exactly.
You think the ears would be facing this way, but they just never are.
Yeah. Well, it's very interesting. For April and May, we had every contested race, the candidates come to speak to us. Because as president, and Janine is our second VP, I think we both realize we don't really know our candidates.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we hardly even know their names.
That is a very true statement. Or pronounce them.
Or pronounce them.
Poor Jared, I call him hombre.
So what we decided to do, it is always our mission to inform and educate the Republican voters here in Chaves County. And we were packed. Both months we were absolutely packed. So this month, which is June, which is next Wednesday, we will have the candidates that ran unopposed.
Okay.
Because we don't know them either.
Mm-hmm.
And we would like to hear from them 3 things. Number 1, why are they running?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, what are their qualifications? And what do they hope to accomplish when they are elected? Because in all reality, there are 17 Republican positions on the ballot in November. And in Chaves County, every position is held by a Republican and nobody is opposed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We are solid.
We're solid.
Red.
That's amazing.
So down in this country, you're not going to see signs.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't be calling you because they're already there.
So
they just need to vote for themselves, and they're good.
It'll be a little quieter this election season.
It will. Well,
our brakes won't be as loaded up.
Yes.
Although it is always funny because you get the folks from both sides. We'll actually probably get a couple of Biden spots.
Oh yeah,
before
I'm
the
sure.
election season.
I'm
I'm always like, you don't really know where you're playing. I mean, go ahead. Well, we'll take your money, but it's
exactly.
It's falling on some pretty deaf ears.
And at our luncheons, you get to speak to the candidate. You get to speak to them so you can tell them what you want, how they feel, so forth and so on, and ask them. And that's the good thing about our meetings. You're informed, but yet you can inform them.
And Mike says it a lot, but this is something that people misunderstand. We focus so much on the national election, on who's going to be the president. The way your voice gets heard the loudest and the most is by through your local representation and the folks that actually listen to you and take it up to Santa Fe.
Correct. Absolutely.
So that's how you make your voice heard.
I did get several phone calls after the election from our members, as if I had this power to make it change, and they were very disappointed in the turnout. If I'm not mistaken, Janine, I believe only 8% of the registered Republican voters came out to vote. But I would like to make a point. The Chaves County Federated Republican Women sent out 3 reminders in March, in April, and in May.
Sure.
In our newsletter, we sent out reminders for people to vote. Our candidates sent out brochures. Our candidates walked door to door.
Absolutely.
Our candidates made phone calls. Our ladies walked door to door. We made phone calls. The Chaves County Republican Party sent out reminders about the election, where to vote, what times to vote, when those election places would be open. I am not sure what else we could do.
Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
That's true.
Simple as that. I've said it a couple of times, mostly jokingly. If you want people to show up at elections, you just serve free hot dogs. That's the way we get
There
them.
you go.
That's the way we get them to remotes. You just bring out hot dogs, maybe some free T-shirts.
Maybe we need to do remotes 100 feet away.
Exactly, 100 feet.
Have a
there you go.
A stand, a hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Well, I will mention this: the Republican Party of Chaves County did have a freebie last evening at was this
Los Cerritos.
Los Cerritos, and it was the food was free and a drink was free, and the room was packed.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Free.
It's Los Cerritos. I mean, you're just whistling Dixie.
Well, we have a great menu.
Yes, speaking of food.
Janine organizes all of our luncheons.
Yeah. So this month, the third Wednesday, which what is the date? June 19th.
Yes.
Is at 11:30. The doors will open. We have a sandwich croissant buffet.
Ooh.
Coleslaw, pickles, water, tea, dessert. We've had to include dessert because everybody loves dessert. Yeah. Everybody loves dessert. And the luncheon is sponsored by EJ and Toby Ferrat.
Excellent.
So we have a sponsor every month to help us out a little bit. And Joan makes the meetings zip right through. And we'll have a Father Days theme on the tables. I always decorate the tables. That's kind of a thing that I do.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Coleslaw, I've found recently, is a very divisive side dish.
Yes. You have a sweet, a sour.
There's
crunchy.
There's division within the coleslaw world itself of like, do you like more savory or more sweet? But then there's people that they're like, how dare you? Mike himself, he's like, coleslaw, the only place coleslaw belongs is on a pulled pork sandwich.
No.
I agree with you.
No.
I'm from the South and I love me some good coleslaw, but it's a very divisive side dish.
Chunk of thing.
You know, the fellow that used to own Cattleman's Restaurant.
Yep.
His coleslaw had pineapple in it. It was one of the only places to get it.
Yep, at KFC.
Oh, do they have?
Yes.
Really?
Ooh, I bet that's delicious.
Yeah. See, yeah, you start talking about food.
There we go. We're done. We've called the day done.
Where the mind goes.
We do have quite a few folks showing up, though, for to speak. They get, about 5 minutes each to speak?
They'll probably get more like 4 if they all show up. We have House District 54, Jonathan Taylor. House District 58, Angelita Mejia. And House District 64, Andrea Reeb. House District 66, Jimmy Mason. 5th Judicial District Attorney, Diana Luce. 8th District Judge, Ephraim Cortez. District 8 Public Education, Michael Moore. And District 4 County Commission, Richard Taylor.
Wow, that is a packed house.
That is a packed house.
That's a big card.
I think we had 8 at our table, at the head table, last month.
We had 8, and we'll probably have 11. But we set our tables up and have our own speaker system so you can hear, other than screaming.
One of the biggest concerns that our members have had, because of the way the convention center is set up, that they could not hear. So we had a very generous couple who are our members bought us our own system, and I realize now it really isn't the system, it is the speaker.
Sure. Absolutely, yeah.
And you know that.
Well,
we don't get close enough.
Yeah, but because Mike doesn't wear headphones, sometimes he'll be over here doing something. And I couldn't hear a word you're saying there, bud. Sometimes I get picked up more on y'all's mics than my own.
And we don't even know because we're not educated in this area. So.
Well, and the acoustics too there, both in the old version of the convention center and the newer one. The newer one is a little better with acoustics, but it's just with those high ceilings.
Correct.
It sound reverb is.
Well, a few hearing aids in the room have issues too.
Sure.
We ask you to get there early. Get your if you are if hearing is a problem, sit up front so that you can hear. We do ask our speakers to please speak up and to please speak into the microphone, because if they don't get their message across, they have really wasted their time.
Absolutely. And the whole reason we're sitting in the cafe is to make your voice heard, so make your voice heard.
Absolutely. Oh, good point.
Amen.
Come on.
Very good point.
If you're the one that's going to speak for us, speak up. That's all I'm saying. What do they say in the theatrical world? Play to the rafters.
Yeah.
Very good.
And those rafters are high over there.
They certainly are. Certainly are. So that's going to be happening next Wednesday, the 19th, at the convention center. It is absolutely free.
Yes.
And
no, not free.
That's true. That's true.
RSVP. $17 a plate for food, or you can come in and sit and listen for free.
Yeah. Well, that's the information is free.
The information is free.
If you want to feed your mind, that's free.
If you want to feed your tummy, though, it's $17 a plate.
And let's face it, you don't want to be sitting in a room full of good smelling food and not.
Amen. Amen.
There you go. So,
and it's Peppers that caters it for us.
Oh, nice. It's delicious.
So there you go.
I'm a fan of a good croissant witch myself. So come on over. It's going to be an absolutely great afternoon of information. You'll leave well informed, or at least more informed than you were when you got there. Take notes.
Ask questions.
Be listening. Ask questions, because these are the issues that are going to be addressed a whole lot more in the coming weeks.
And get these folks business cards or their phone numbers so you can call them later personally.
Absolutely. How useful is that to know that you have the business card or the information of somebody who actually makes decisions, or is a mover and shaker?
Correct. They have a vote.
Absolutely. That's just good to have.
And I will mention, I believe most of our elected officials are very, very responsive to their constituents.
Mm-hmm.
They take the time to talk to you. They take the time to ask to hear about your concerns. And sometimes they have to get involved in your concern. And they do a wonderful job.
And they want to know how you feel. They want to know where you stand, because that's what helps them establish what the need is, what needs need to be fulfilled, and that's key. It's vital. So I encourage you, if you aren't sure about any of the candidates that are running, this is a great chance to come out and get informed. 1 week from today, it'll be happening at at the convention center, catered by Peppers.
Yes.
Starting at, you said 11:30, the doors open.
Yes.
About 30 minutes to enjoy lunch and then learn.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
So a busy season as we wrap the one election and we head into another one. Y'all ready for it?
Yes, I think I'm ready for it.
If not, we're getting there, right?
We're getting there.
Yes.
We're getting
there.
Absolutely.
We need to work together, and we really need to let the voter know how important it is that they get out to vote.
Your vote counts.
See, and that's something that was brought up with this recent primary. Is there was such a wide field of candidates, and it was brought up that a day after all the mudslinging and all the accusations and things, we're still going to have to work together again.
Yes.
We're still going to have to come together as a party and
you have to agree to disagree.
Exactly. So it's what do we do the day after election day? That's when we get to work.
Correct.
So, but it all starts right here, and it starts next Wednesday.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean, for having us
we
today.
We appreciate having you. And of course, come on out, folks. Get informed, because this is one of those. They say it every election cycle, but this is the election that's going to shape the future of our nation.
Amen.
And it starts at the very bottom local level, and that's where your voice gets heard the most. So
Amen.
Get out there and do it.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
With your Pecos Valley weather, pretty hot today, upper 90s and low 100s with mostly sunny skies. We may get a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. We have a little bit of moist air coming in from Arizona. Will be a little bit breezy. Scattered showers and thunderstorms and about 70 for the overnight hours. Our weekend looks sunny and hot, going up to 100 on Saturday, about 105 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 85 degrees around Roswell Way. Humidity is at 39%. Winds out of the south at around 16 miles an hour. The barometer at 30.06 inches with a dew point of 57 degrees. An even 100 for the high for your finally Friday. It's going to be hot out there. Mostly sunny skies. Winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. 40% chance of rain and showers and thunderstorms tonight. Mostly before midnight. Mostly cloudy, and then get down to an overnight low of about 71 degrees. Winds out of the south 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming northeast later in the evening. Sunny and hot, 101 for the high. Winds out of the south 5 to 10 miles an hour. And for Saturday night, mostly clear, getting down to 69 degrees. Sunday, sunny and hot, 105 for the high, 105 for Monday and for Tuesday. So pretty hot all the way through the last day of spring, which is your Juneteenth Wednesday. That's when things start to cool down, ironically. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, and getting down to about 98 for your Juneteenth. And then same 20% chance of showers, thunderstorms on Thursday, the first official day of summer, and it's only going to be 92 for the high. Just remember, 110 degrees in springtime, 92 to kick off summer. Gonna pause, pay a couple of these bills, and take it on home on a morning without Mike Winters. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Stay tuned.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. U.S. consumer sentiment fell in June for the third straight month as Americans took a dimmer view of their own finances and worried about persistent inflation. President Biden will nominate Christy Goldsmith Romero to replace Martin Gruenberg as head of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation.
The announcement from the White House came after Gruenberg's tenure became marred by allegations of workplace abuse that led him to resign. Goldsmith Romero is currently a commissioner at the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the nation's financial derivatives regulator. Gruenberg last month said he would resign from the FDIC after an independent report by a law firm found incidents of stalking, harassment, homophobia, and other violations of employment regulations based on more than 500 complaints from employees.
That is Jeremy House reporting, and for the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
It takes a long time to develop trust. At LaGrone Funeral Chapel, they've been earning your trust for decades. They understand how important it is to friends and family to celebrate a life in the way you choose. The professionals at LaGrone will ease your stress and anxieties. They'll provide the guidance you need to select a service that's appropriate. And that's what they've been doing for generations, earning your trust and doing the right thing. LaGrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, 900 South Main in Roswell. Online at LaGroneFuneralChapels.com.
Yes, cannabis is legal in New Mexico. Know that there are helpful rules for responsible cannabis use. Yes, you should only buy from a licensed dispensary. Know that if you don't, yours might contain harmful substances. And yes, lock up all cannabis, safely away from kids and pets, in a safe place. And know that cookie jars are not good options. Know your yeses and nos about all things cannabis. From the State of New Mexico Cannabis Control Division. Go to yesandnosnm.com.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Do you love your car? Yes. Well, Roswell Hyundai wants to help you keep your current car with a lower payment. Introducing Refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai wants to help you refinance your current vehicle with rebates and discounts to lower your payment. If you're ready to upgrade, Roswell Hyundai has a fresh inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles with special financing available regardless of your credit with I-10 accepted. Don't forget, all new Hyundais come with a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and 3 years of free oil changes. So, what makes Roswell Hyundai the #1 used car dealership in southeastern New Mexico? You do. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits or the astronauts. Here's Mike Winters.
That is going to wrap things up from RN Town Hall News. Coming up next, have a great weekend. I'll be back inside your radios one more time in the captain's chair. It's coming Monday morning. Till then, take care of each other and yourselves.
Hugh Hewitt is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says safeguarding the integrity of federal elections in all 50 states must be the top legislation.